The next day, price came here. You got your peak formation here. Look at this sale. One,
Good morning.
you got an arrow. You're only selling. Two, you actually holding that sale, by the way. Three, it came to the box. You're only looking for buys. I go to arrow. Four, five. Look at that. You still holding it. You're not look at like see. This is what I was trying to tell you. When you trade with the indicators, come really good when you know the higher time frame moves. That's when the indicators just take things to the next level. But because humans make errors, but like if you got a system, it makes it a lot easier for you to win money, make money in the market. If you don't got no system, a human gonna make error. I can draw a box and may miss something, but like if I'm drawing a box and also they showing me a box, it makes it so much easier for me to understand what's going on the chart. By the way, this been telling you to sell. This down here been telling you to sell since this is the daily, so it's been telling you to sell for the longest. It finally just started buying. So you would have caught a buy here. Look at that. Look at this. Like I have so much confluence. That's what he taught me. Always look for confluence in the market. You want everything to be aligned. If everything not aligned, then you shouldn't be in that trade because you're going to lose money. That's how the broker gets you. If you're not aligned on all time frames, why are you in the trade? If you can't align all time frames, you're going to lose money every time. That's how people lose every time. They see a oversold here, and they be like, oh, the TDI, or they'll see the TDI oversold down here, and they be like, oh, it's time to buy it, oh, it's gonna buy, and then they'll lose their money. Like, is that's not how it works. It's came up here, sold, came here again, look, dropped directly down out the box, right? But you thinking it's gonna buy up. It bought up here. It did. The TDI, even if the TDI was oversold and it bought up here, the overall trend is a sale. It's not a buy. And this is where people go wrong because they may hold it and they think it's going to go all the way up, you know, and they end up losing their money because it comes all the way down. They come back to the computer and it went all the way back down. They thought they was with the broker. They thought they beat the market makers today, which they did because they would have got out right here. But people are greedy, so they don't usually get out. They're not watching the trade, so they got out. Boom. But if you with the trend, if I sold here, I could have went to sleep for 3 days. I could have hibernated for 3 days. It still would have been in profit. That's how accurate this indicator is when you know how to trade it. And it's not just this indicator. You can do any indicator like this. If you understand the 4 hour structure and the daily structure, it don't matter what indicator you use, you're going to get really good trades on the setups. It's just that simple. Follow the 4 hour structure, follow the daily structure on any indicator. You'll be a lot better at winning your trades. If the TDI oversold here on the says is oversold here on the for instance, it's oversold here on the 15, right? But on the 4 hour, it's the opposite direction. It's all the way at the top here. But a lot of people don't see that because they don't check the 4 hour, or they'll see the 4 hour oversold. They'll see the 15 oversold, but the daily is all the way at the top up here. The daily control the 4 hour and the 15 and all the other time frames, right? So that's telling you it's not confluence in the market. So you might not want to buy that. You might want to wait because it's going to turn around and probably keep going through. You done seen the I done you done seen the TDI just hold itself way down here and just keep staying down here the whole time. That's because that's the daily structure. That's the real trend move. Does that make sense?
Mad, mate. That's sick. What was
Yeah.
you were about to
That
mention
moved in.
an indicator for entries? What was that going to
Oh
be?
yeah. So it's the whole moving average. This whole moving average. I use this whole moving average. So it turns red when you tell you get in the trade. So as you can see, price goes above it. When price turns red, I mean when it turns red, you can hold this trade. You can actually get out when it turns blue too if you feel like you didn't want to hold it. But you can use that for entries too. So as soon as price turned red here, you got the arrow, you got everything aligned with the market. You could have took that down.
Sweet. What was that one called, bro?
Huh?
What was that moving average called?
The whole moving average.
The HER, is that?
HULL moving average.
Oh, moving average. And this is a free one, yeah?
Yeah, it's free.
Big. All right, sweet, man.
Yeah, you could have held this one, the same thing. Now, you make sure, like I told you, you want to make sure it's 4 hour too. So if I got this is how I used to lose when I started. The whole moving average is buying here, right? You see it's blue, it's blind.
Yeah.
Fine. But I go to the 15. Before I knew this, I go to the 15 and I'll be doing this. I go to selling it because I see it on the 4 hour. on here, and I see, oh yeah, it done came out of the box. The TDI oversold is going to sell, and I start selling it, and I'm going against the trend.
For real. Yeah, I got you.
And then it goes back up. So whenever
For
it
reality, we
aligns
need
with
to wait for more confirmation to go long.
right, when it
Nice.
aligns with the trend, you take it.
Yeah,
See,
real. I
with the
like that.
trend, you take it. You make money. You're going to make money. But mind you, the broker, I'm telling you, in live feed time, you may get a little pullback because the broker know all the indicators that's on the screen. Trust me, they know
Yeah,
all
for
the
real.
indicators. So they may do a pullback, but long as you know the screen, the structure of what a market moving, you're good. That's all
Mm,
that matters. As long as you know
mm.
where structure is, the broker cannot beat you. Lower your lot size so you can hold a drawdown. That's it. If you can hold a drawdown, he can't beat you. That's all it is. He can't beat you if you can hold a drawdown because that's how he gets you out of trade. He gets you out of trade because you taking a trade. If you first of all, if you're against the trend, you might want to get out of trade. But if you with the trend and the broker pulls back, I don't care. If you ain't broke that structure, why am I getting out of trade?
Yeah.
Like just leave the computer. If people got anxiety, leave the computer, lower your lot size so you can leave the computer so that way you don't have to have no emotions. When you take away, why do you think when people they go to demo, they win because they take away the emotions? So how you take away the emotions in a live account? Go 0102 so you start understanding this. Once you start understanding it, like I said, it's not a it's not a race. You're not racing to the finish line. Everybody finished on different
Nice.
timelines. So
That's sick,
just
man. I've
right.
just Googled hell moving average and it hasn't quite showed up. What else could I look for? Do you know? Is that the exact name of it?
Yeah, I can show you right here. It's called,
Thanks, bro.
it's right there, Hull Moving Average.
Oh, Hull. I put in the wrong
Yeah,
thing. That's why. It's me being an idiot. There we go.
yeah. So, yeah,
Cool.
like just that
Got it. Yeah.
simple. Like it makes it that simple. Like you literally don't have to make it harder.
That's
If
crazy
people
powerful,
haven't,
man. This like combination of these indicators is blowing my mind a bit, to be honest.
if I can give you one more, I'm gonna give you one more. This is the last one. If because
Sweet
I
as a nut,
usually
mate.
don't give a lot, but listen, if you having problems, put the MACD candles on. If you want to know how to get in the trade, put the MACD candles on. Let me reset this so it won't pop up black because it may pop up black. Let me see. It's popping up black. Hold up. Let me reset the indicator because it does that sometimes for some reason. But if you reset it, it should go back. I may have to take it off if it keeps doing that. Okay, so there we go. All right, so I'm gonna take, and it's gonna look like that. You gotta take the line off.
MACD candles V3 is that?
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you.
So this is if you don't because you don't care about usually people care about what candle is showing. Like it confuses you because you got to learn about every candle and all of that, right? Make it simple. Just focus on the candles that you see. So it look like that, but when you change the time frame, it'll go back regular, so you can see the candles, right? So
Yeah.
when it turns green, get in the trade. Simple. If you're buying, if it's green, go get in the trade. If it's
Yeah,
green, get in the
nice.
trade. It tells you when to get in the trade when you got the trade. Simple. You're with the trend.
Mm.
Don't make it harder than what it is. Make it simple. If you're selling, look for sales. If the market's selling, look at that. Sell, the market turned green, you can get out if you felt like it was, because that means the MACD clip. If the MACD clip the other way, you might want to, that might be a pullback on that.
How would you get out of trade? For example, let's say the one right where your mouse is. So we've gone red.
Right
Just go
here.
back there. Yeah, just there. We've gone red. What would your exit
Yeah.
strategy be?
Oh, give me 1 second. Somebody's at my door. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you.
Okay, so yeah, right here. You saying right here?
Yeah. So it went red there, or the one next to it. Yeah, for example, like how would you exit the market?
So say well, first of all, I'm not getting out here because my stop loss is above here still. But I'm
Yeah.
saying if my stop loss is above, I'm not gonna put it like that's if you're trying to scalp it on the 1 minute and stuff like that. You want to get in and get out. But here,
Uh-huh.
if I'm taking this trade, I'm gonna put my stop loss probably about this is GBP so I'm gonna put it about a little bit above the structure, right?
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Right there. So I know for sure when I get in this trade, I'm gonna let this ride. Of course, it's making an M. So if you got in here, the TDI was oversold here, came here, you could have got in here directly here.
Nice.
You already up 40 pips. So that's up to your discretion now or what you want to do. Because
Yeah,
you
for
know
real.
that's 40 pips. So it's no way
Yeah,
you should go back and draw down. I'm just sorry. That's no way you should go back and draw down. But you 40 pips,
yeah,
it comes back and then drop. Say if you was holding though, because you was like you want to hold it, you're doing 0-1, you can hold it. It comes back, drop, boom, comes back here. I gets out when you got two confirmations. The whole moving average went through price. So you're already up a lot of pips, first of all.
yeah,
It went through
yeah.
price. So once you up a certain amount of pips and the whole average go through price, then this turns green.
Got
You
you.
can
Yeah, yeah.
you got to trade in. TDI oversold by the way, right there too.
And
So
you take the bias for the whole moving average from the 4 hour. That's where you use. So
yep,
you're entering on the 15, but really the whole moving average is you're looking for it to go red or blue on the 4 hour.
yes.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
So you want, like
Brilliant.
I said, I want all that to be aligned with everything I taught you. So
Mm.
if this is a buy here on the 4 hour, I want the whole moving average to be a buy here. I want the 4 hour. I want to go to the
Oh,
4 hour.
right. Sorry. So you're using the 4 hour structure, and then the entry on your 15 is using the whole moving average.
Yes, to make this.
Oh, right. Yep.
So
Yeah.
it keeps it simple and just like I said, I swear, if you lower your lot size, y'all will see so much gains on your account. It'll be crazy. Like you'll be like, what just happened?
I'm
Like
excited, man.
literally, it'll be a night and day like difference when you're trading. But like I said, don't make things difficult because when we make things difficult, that's when the broker eat us up and we feel like we don't know what we're doing. This
I
is why
like it.
this is why my mentor, like I said, he don't lose that much. He really don't lose that much. Like if he call a trade, he's not losing.
Nice, man. And what was that volume indicator called? It was something explosive.
Oh, water. The water altar explosion.
Sorry, can I
You
see
just
how
put
that's
water.
spelled, bro?
Yeah, it's on Trading View. You can just put water on Trading View. It's on
What is
Trading
it?
View.
WHADA? Is it or something?
It's WADDAH.
AH. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you these are the indicators you can use here to make it easier. Once I like I said, I don't use all these no more. The reason why is because I've kind of got to
Mega,
understand
bro.
what's going on. Huh? Say it again.
It's amazing stuff, man. I love it.
Yeah, like I don't use all this no more because, like I said, this is it's not that these indicators been around for a while, right? But when you put them all together and you start to understand it, that's when this is six figure traders. I know somebody who made seven figures off what I'm teaching you right now. So like I know for sure that this makes a lot of money. It just depends on what your account is. Once you understand this, then you can start literally growing your account. Once you understand this completely, then you can start like putting more money on the account. This is when you get those big gains in the market because you're aligning time frames together now. That's the whole point. You want synchronize everything together. If you can't synchronize everything together, you shouldn't be in a trade. If the 4 hour daily 15, even if you just had the 4 hour, if the daily was a little too hard for you, you had the 4 hour 30 15 time frame, the time frame you're on all sync together, you're going to win the trade majority of the time, at least 85 to 90% of the time. And the reason why I can claim that is because I can show you nine. You can go and back test yourself when all the time frames align, when the water aligned with the 4 hour and the volume was in, the whole moving average was in. You had a buying volume already. You had an arrow. It was all aligned. You're going to see you winning all those trades. You're going to be amazed. Like, is this fake? Like, is this real? That's how it's going to be. Like, but it's not. Like, literally, you can see here. I can show you again. Water volume. Like by far, this is the best indicator. All the indicators I showed y'all, this is the best indicator. By the way, I'm just letting you know. Here the volume left, let's just say the volume left here because there's no buying volume. Even though there's no selling volume, there's no buying volume here either, so I don't see no selling volume, so I'm not getting out of that trade till the volume completely leave for me. I see the first blue come in the chart on the 4 hour. So what was going on was what people was doing with this water, when people trade the water, they go to the 15, right, and they'll take this trade, which is good. They'll take this sale here, but they thinking the volume left on the 15, so they saying I'm out to trade. No, you're not out to trade because the 15 volume left. The 4 hour volume still there. So all this is just pullbacks. These little things here is just pullbacks. But it came all the way down here. This is from the 4 hour, because you went from the 4 hour zone and took the water volume all the way down to here. That's 322 pips. Like, this is how he, made over 40,000 pips doing stuff like this, because it's not hard. We make trading harder than what it should be. It's only, like I said, all this different stuff. I know it works. Like, people, people are very, like, for people who don't know how to trade, though, you got to keep it simple for people who don't know how to trade. A roof, and it's a floor. If you find the roof and the floor, price is going to bounce off either one of them. How do you find a roof and the floor? Because, in the 15, the hour, and lower time frames, a structure get broke all the time, right? But if you go to 4 hour and daily, it's not going to break. It breaks, but it don't break as much as the 15, 30 in the hour. Not saying you can't lose a trade, but you're going to win majority of your trades. And if your risk management is really good, you're not going to lose that much money. Look at that. Look at this. This turned red here. When the volume kicked in, you was in this trade all the way down here. Don't matter. It came and hit here. I would have actually got out already here, because this is a 4 hour structure. So I wouldn't have had to wait to here for the volume to leave all the way to here. Why not? Because I already know this is a 4 hour structure, which I mean is going to reject and start going up. It didn't break it. So if it didn't break it, if people don't feel comfortable taking a trade here, take it when it get out. And when the MACD counters come in, I just give you different options to get in the trade. You don't have to, just find out what works for you. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Just follow what works for you. But see, I used to use the MACD candles. I don't use them no more. I just use regular candles now. And I use the whole moving average, or I don't use the whole moving average, because I just look at the TDI, and the TDI tell me if it's oversold on all time frames, I'm in the trade. If it's not, I'm out. Simple. Does that make sense? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, man, it makes loads of sense.
So
Um,
yeah, hold
I'm
on.
like I said to you earlier on, I'm quite new to trading. So could you get up a chart and mark out your H4 structure areas? If that
So
makes
do a
sense.
new chart.
Yeah, yeah. Would you mind?
No, I don't mind.
This is
Uh,
this is blowing my mind. This is crazy.
Yo, guys, sorry to disturb,
this
eh?
blowing your mind? Seriously?
Yeah, this is mad.
All right.
You're
Yeah, I told you,
making it
bro.
look
It's not that
you're
hard.
making it
See,
seem so
it's
easy.
not that. I came in here. I wasn't going to say anything, but then I was like, you know what? I can help some people, because I already know. Like, he was asking people to help, like, what they think about stuff. So I was like, let me go ahead and try to, give my little analysis on it. And then I was realizing, like, let me just help some people out with what I know from what I learned from a millionaire trader, to help y'all step. I just gave y'all 5 years ahead of time of where y'all was going to be before, if y'all didn't learn this stuff about time frames.
Well, it's like what you said earlier on. You can learn stuff from anybody. Do you know what I mean? So
Right, exactly. So here we go right here. So you want me to mark my chart up like just regular, or do you want to mark it up? Because I told you I know how to mark it up myself. If I was gonna mark it up myself, I'd do this. I would just go here and just draw YC structure. This is a structure here for me. Here, if price get back there, I'm taking a trade. Price get back here, I'm looking to take a trade. Price get back here. Price is here right now. So guess what that look like? That look like a buy right there for me, right there on the 4 hour. I go to the daily to make sure that this is aligned. If it don't buy there, it could break here and come here, because this is the daily. It look like it got volume here. I don't have no structure here. I'm just taking it off like this. I've literally made. I think I went like 10-0 doing this, just this way. I went like 10-0, but I stopped doing it. Like I said, I trade, with the indicators now, that makes it simple. So that's how I would use it. But like I told you, I put that indicator on there and I keep it simple. Does that make sense?
definitely.
So yeah, like, if I'm looking at gold, I told you can make a lot of money on gold. I didn't even show y'all gold, I don't think. But if I go put this indicator on here, I'm gonna show you how much money you make on gold. If I just put this on here, and you was like, wow, what the hell? Where is it? See, I got a lot of 4 time frame. I got a 4 time frame, whole trend. Always look for multi-time frame indicators. That's all you care about. You want to make sure you align all time frames with every indicator. These indicators tell you 5 time frames. I mean, I got the daily, the 4 hour, the 15, the 30, and the hour chart on all 1 time frame. And when they all, when the volume is on all time frames, they tell you getting that trade. How simple is that? Like, it's just that simple. Like, you want to make things so much simple for you to make the game, to make it easy for you to win trades. Simple. Look at that. where is gold right now? Gold is at a 4-hour structure right now. So
So you
haven't
see
broke. Huh?
the red. You see the red rectangle you got there.
Yeah,
What makes that a structure?
that this. So if price come here, hold up, let me see. If price come here and start rejecting here, that becomes a weak resistance, meaning it has came here and just sat here for a while and it came back, right? It becomes stronger if it comes there, because pay attention, it say untested and weak. Weak on a 4-hour is kind of considered stronger on the 15. Does that make sense? You're going to get a reaction off that. So on the daily and the 4-hour, you get reactions on weak structures. But like on the 15, if you got a weak structure, it's not going to do anything. It's probably going to break straight through it. Does that make sense? I only really look for verified structures. This is a verified structure. It's been tested. And if it's a strong structure, that tells you that price have hit there like 4 or 5 times and rejected. Why you think gold haven't broke out of here yet? Gold has not yet to sell down here yet, but it looked like it's selling on the daily, right? Like it can sell off on the daily, but it haven't broke through it yet. So I already scalped this. I scalped this right here yesterday. I scalped this move here already today. I caught like, I don't know how many pips that is. I caught it at the bottom, literally at the bottom, caught 50 something pips and got out quick. I don't have to hold gold like that. I know how to scalp it. TDI was oversold. That's how I got in the trade. If you want to know how to got in this trade, the TDI was oversold. It was simple. And how do I know that it's going to work? Because this is a 4-hour structure. The TDI was sold here. Every time TDI usually sold what? When it hit a structure area. That's why some people don't use indicators, because they know where it's oversold and overbought. They don't have to use the RSI stuff like that, because they know if there's a structure area there, most likely, price be oversold there.
Mm-hmm. You said about holding trades for a long time if it tests these areas. So at the moment, it's retesting this bottom rectangle.
Right. So it's constantly testing it. So look at your stop loss. Like if you got in here, your stop loss was literally what, 30 pips? Like on gold, you got a 30 pip stop loss.
And how long would you look to hold that for?
It depends. So like for me, I usually hold it for about 50 to 60 pips. This is gold, by the way. It fluctuates back and forth. If I was looking to like hold it, like if I was trying to like hold it for a long time, I'll do 0-1 and I'll just hold it if it's at a structure. This is not really good for me. The reason why this trade is not really good for me, I ain't hold it, is because the daily, I know I can get a scalp out of it, but I know the daily look like it's going to keep selling. So I was a little like, oh, I don't know if that's going to stop here and turn around and go back up or not. So what I did was I just scalped it. That makes sense?
Go back to the daily again, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So that big W there on the blue rectangle.
Right here?
That looks like a strong bit of confluence. And it's moved about what, 300 pips?
Yeah. Look at that though. If you've seen this, what could you have done? Like, look, they said strong support. Test 6 times. If price have went here 6 times and rejected, what you think you're doing when they come there again? You're going to sell and buy it. There's no reason why you should sell it. If it breaks, another thing, you know how you get break and retest. If price breaks, it will break and retest this box and take it the opposite direction. Put your stop loss on the other side of this box. So you can win. If you lose a trade, it can turn into a winning trade, because if it breaks a 4-hour structure, most likely 9 times out of 10, it's going to retest that 4-hour structure, because it's a very strong structure. And when it retests it, you get in the trade. Simple. When it came here, if I look here, usually when I get in this trade, how do I get in this trade? Well, I see price came here. How many times? 1, 2, 3. So when price get close to this area again, I'm taking it. And what did it do? It got close to this area. If you'd have took it here, you would have caught 702 pips right there.
Yo, man.
That's
mad. Huh?
Yeah, I keep on going to FOREX station to try getting this indicator, but for some reason they're not allowing me. Is it possible that you send it to me via Telegram? Can I please get your Telegram?
Yeah, I can send it to you. Yeah, I can send it to you via Telegram. I'll definitely send it to you via Telegram.
So, can you please write me your Telegram? Yeah?
Do you mind sending that to me as well, bro? Is that all right?
Yeah, I can send it to you. Yeah, it's no problem.
Legend, man.
So can you please write on the chat, write me your Telegram so I can contact you on the Telegram?
Okay, hold on 1 second. I can actually, y'all can see my screen?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I can just do it right here. Look, ORT. I'm gonna see if I can find it because you go to Google if it ain't popping up, and let me see if it pop up, and I can show you right here. You see?
Okay.
I put ORT supply demand V3 and it popped up right here, the first one.
All right.
You just click it and it'll pop right to it and it'll show directly to it right here. This is it right here. By the way, if you haven't, go search this website here. This website has really good indicators. Really good indicators. When I say really good indicators, people are downloading indicators that's just crazy on how many, pips you can catch on these trades. So I would look into this. But this indicator right here is really good. That's why I use it.
So can you get the WADA indicator on this as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Just search. You can just click search and then put water. See, I got a lot of them in here. I put a lot multi-time frame, momentum, multi-time frame, because I like to see, I like to test and see, hey, if the momentum on all time frames for a buy, why am I selling? That's the type of thing I'm thinking when I'm
And
taking
since you
trades.
started using these indicators and you've changed, like, from using the smaller time frames to the bigger ones, you've become much more consistent.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
more consistent with my trades. Yep, that's how it happened. And then eventually you're going to start seeing how these boxes are formed. That's the whole point of this. You're going to see, well, what is it doing? Okay, so it's showing these boxes here when price hit here 3 times on the daily. So I know if price come back here, I can just sell it. So now you know how to do it yourself. That's how I learned. When I start seeing these boxes at first, I'm like, well, what are they doing? I wasn't just taking them. I'm like, what are they doing? I want to figure it out myself so I can teach it. Because if I can't teach it to nobody, how the hell am I going to, how are people going to learn from me? So I learned that.
Yeah,
So
well,
here,
since you've been talking about this, I feel like I've learned a fuckload already.
say it again.
Since you've been talking about this, I feel like I've learned a lot already. So you definitely did a
Yeah.
good job of that.
Right. And that, like I said, bro, it's like so much other stuff that you can learn. But what I just told you guys, that could actually, you can actually retire from what I just told you. You can stop working. You don't have to work because I don't work, by the
Yeah,
way.
I've been taking notes of everything you said.
Right. I'm the one that you got kind of quiet. You was talking for a while. You got pretty quiet. I'm like, wait, he must be going.
Yeah, I'm literally sat here like writing notes like Pop Smoke when he's listening to 50 Cent. Literally.
Right. So yeah, you're going to see a big difference. I promise you, now you're going to see a big difference in what's going on the charts. It's going to be like night and day. Like when you start checking it, it's going to be funny though, because you're going to be like, there's a 4 hour structure. Price hit the area. We're not used to just buying when it hit an area. You're like, is it going to stop here or is it going to go through it? So it's like a whole mind shift. Because we taught the other way around. You don't even have, like I said, you don't even have to buy it when it hit the box. If you don't feel comfortable with that, wait till you get the confluence of the price going that way. As long as you ain't over leveraging and you can hold, if it pulls back to the box, like it did here, you see how it pulled back to the box, came back to the box, but then it dropped. If you can hold that and you want the confluence, you could hold that, you could be good. But this trade here, by the way, this was a daily, so it was more than it was two. This is a 2,000 pip move here on gold. That is a 2,000 pip move on gold. Like,
And do you
nobody.
think that even though you're on a higher time frame,
Yeah.
you're still using, W formations and those sort of things? They still work on a higher time
Yes,
frame as well?
they're more accurate on the higher time frame. So
Okay.
if you got more W's, like I said, everything is more accurate on the 4 hour and the daily time frame. That's all you need to work. If everything I use, if you use M's and W's, sometimes price don't give you the W and the M's like during those times, but then sometimes they do. I specifically take it when I get at the box because I know that I'm not over leveraging my account, and I know that if it hit the box and it break the box, I'm not going to lose as much as I'm going to win when it go my way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So from that W, you've got 1, 2, 3 levels of rise, and you've got a peak formation M, and it drops.
Exactly.
So
So see how you
it's
pay
working.
attention. See how you can pay attention to those things and it just click for you.
Mhm.
That's what works for you, and that's what's going to make you a lot of money for yourself. See here, this buy here. If you let's just say you took this trade right, and you won this one. Boom, you caught 2,000 pips right, and then you took this one and price broke through here. You lost 100 pips. Did that make you lose any money? No. If you're not over leveraging, you can lose like the 20 some trades before you actually even lose any money on this trade because you caught one of these.
And like you said, you don't have to sit and watch the chart as well. You can just
Right.
dive in it, and it can just
You,
make
you
money
know
for
where
you.
to put your stop loss. If it breaks above here, it's going up higher. It's gonna break the structure and go to the next structure.
Mhm.
Price goes from structure to structures. Prices are magnets to these levels that I'm telling you on a higher time frame. So all price want to do is go back and test the structure, go back to it, test the structure. Yes, you will see a lot of order blocks, like I told you, will be at structure. This is an order block here. This is the order block here. What price do? Come down, come on right up here. What do it do? Come right down. Come here and touch it again. Come back here, come down. Look at that. Drop all the way down here. Come back up, come back down. Like we seeing this in hindsight, so it looks like this, but I'm telling you, these indicators, this indicator don't change. So it's not going to change the box. The box ain't going to disappear when you get to the trade and you're like, well, damn, what a box win. The box not going to disappear. It's going to turn into a turncoat support. When it break through, I'm gonna show you an area if I can find one that it breaks. When it breaks price, it turns to turncoat. See this right here?
Mhm.
It's a turncoat resistance. So this area was broke. It broke through. This is a turncoat resistance area now. So it becomes resistance. So I would have waited if I didn't get this, this retest. I got the retest on a lower time frame. You didn't get it on the 4 hour because this candle here broke through on a lower time frame. So once it broke through on a lower time frame, you already know to get out the trade. You don't have to wait the whole 4 hour candle. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
So this candle broke through and it retested on the lower time frame. Once it retested on the lower time frame, you got an entry, your stop loss above here is like fucking 50 pips, bro, to go for this big move here. That was 726 pips. And that was in, I think that was the same day. No, that was like 2 days.
So just looking at this chart right now, so obviously price has come back to this box
Zone.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen now? Like judging on your analysis.
Yeah. Like I said, this box here, I don't know what's price going to do here because the daily, I don't have confluence with it. I don't know if price going to stop here. I do have structure here. You can see I do have structure here, right? There is structure there.
Mhm.
But the thing is, I don't like how it's really dropping like that. It's just look like if I wanted to, I'll put the whole moving average and see what the whole moving average is doing. If the whole moving average is pointing down on the daily, and this is like not cuffing on the price, because you want the whole moving average to cuff on the price. So I'll give you an example. So that helps me get in trades like that. If I don't feel like I don't know what's going on, and I'm a little like don't know which way it's going to go, you can just take the whole moving average and put it on. Let me change this to red.
So at this point, would you be in a sell because you've got that M formation there?
No, I'm not selling.
No, but I mean, when it hit that box there, the
Oh, when
last
it hit the
box,
box, when it hit the box here?
yeah.
No, see that box, I want to sold that because that box popped up after it moved there. So I
Oh,
didn't get a
okay.
chance to get in that trade. So I want to got in that one. So this right here, the closer the whole moving average is the price. Let me change this. Did I change the numbers? No, I didn't. Hold up. So I use 25. I don't use the regular number because I like to be a little off a little bit. So I like it when price cuff like this and there's room between it. I like that. But you see this as it's getting closer to price, that let me know that it's probably can turn around here, right?
Mhm.
If you go to the daily, price is turning around here. I don't think I would probably take this trade. Now you see why? Because the whole moving average is turning down on the daily chart. And if you look, when the whole moving average turn down, what does it do? It does go down some. It don't just come up. You see? It
Yeah.
does come down. So I'm not taking this trade. I'm not safe. It's not safe. The
So
safety trade would have been right here.
the next possible trade on this chart here would be a retest of this strong support zone.
Right here. Yep. Right here or right
Yeah.
here. If it comes here, this is a daily chart, by the way. So if it comes here, you're going to get a rejection or some type of move on a lower time frame. So you can scalp it. Does that make sense?
Okay, so you're looking for a buy at this point.
Yeah, I'll be looking for a buy if it comes here.
Hmm. Okay.
So if it goes there, like we're on a 4 hour right now, right? If I go to 15, you see how I scalped this move? That was a very small move. I scalped it, but on the big time frame, it wasn't. But you could have scalped here and caught this trade. It turned green. You could have gotten this trade and scalped it.
Yeah, I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you're gonna catch moves at these boxes. Like it's just make sure you align all time frames together. If I told you that daily told me that I've seen, and the reason why I'm telling you from past experience, I've took trades and the daily wasn't ready. and price cleared straight through it. Price went straight through the boxes, straight through the box.
Those boxes there, they're painting themselves, yeah?
Yep, they create itself. So as price come there over and over, like if it comes there over and over, it would create itself, and then you can just
And
go from there.
what's the indicator called that's painting these boxes?
The supply and demand V3.
Oh, is that one? Okay, you said that before, yeah. Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's how it works.
So you're using this structure idea on the daily and the 4 hour, and then you're also using elements of the market maker method too. Is that right?
Yeah. So I use the market makers to get in trades. I literally don't have to because I can trade. You know how you tell you don't trade throughout the whole day. I can trade any time of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they hit that box, I don't care what time of the day it is, it's going to go down eventually.
And then you'd be looking for like an M formation at that box?
Yes.
On the 15-minute?
Yeah.
Or
I just wait for the TDI to be oversold and I get in it. I just get in it. If the TDI oversold, I'm getting in. It's because I already know what's going to happen.
Right, okay, got you. I'm just trying to absorb like all this information that you're saying because it sounds very valuable,
Right. Just like I said, what I told y'all is just I would prefer you guys to just keep it very simple. Don't make it difficult because when you make it difficult, that's when things become out of hand in the market. Like
that's when the negative emotion starts kicking in for sure.
Right. Because like I said, you're not gonna win every trade. You're gonna lose some trades. So it's just inevitable for you not to lose any trades. But the point is, if you know the 4 hour and daily structure, you can instantly go up to like boost your win percentage to like 70% minimum. Even if you just I've seen people, and if you go in that what's it called? You go in that forum that I showed y'all with the FOREX station, you would see people saying that they are 70% just using these boxes alone. And they're not even using a higher time frame. They just doing it if it's at a strong area, they get in the trade.
Shit.
Like so you bare minimum look at and you can see like your risk to reward is very small. So that's the whole point of that. If your risk reward is so small and it's at a verified structure, why don't you just get in a trade and just put your stop loss above that area? Go to sleep. Don't watch the trade. If you lose it, you're not over leveraging your account, so you're not going to lose that much money. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. When I changed my lot size and I lowered my lot size to where I can hold drawdown, that's when my trading career changed.
Yeah, I feel like at the moment I'm definitely over leveraging. I need to bring that down for sure.
Right, because it's the whole point. We're trying to make so much money and quick. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's going to happen when you can make a lot of money. But when you first start out, why don't you just start getting comfortable of this seeing wins over and over? Because it's a thing called frequency, by the way, too. This is another thing I want to tell y'all. When you come to the charts, if your frequency is off, you're going to take bad trades. You're going to see stuff that's not there.
Yeah, your trading psyche, they call it, don't they?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. So before I come to the chart, I make sure my frequency is up. I listen to stuff that brings my frequency up, my energy, my vibration. If people don't know what that is, the vibration.
I was literally doing that just before. I'm guessing you like like Bob Proctor and all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, like I listen to Bob Proctor. I put on 432 hertz like frequencies.
Yeah, like
128 hertz and stuff like that. And I make sure my frequency up because the higher your frequency is, the better you are on the charts and the better things you see on the chart. You start seeing stuff that you probably wouldn't see if you was on low frequency. So that helps out a lot. And it also helps out if you're losing a trade because now you don't beat yourself up if you lose a trade because you're like, hey, I go into the next trade. If I lose a trade, I go to the next one and look for the next structure. The point is you don't want to overtrade because you're going to see so many boxes, supply and demand boxes. You're going to be like, oh, it's an area I can take here. I can take here. Just starting out, I would just take like two. Just take one or two of them and just do, start off with 0.1 or 0.2, something like that, and just see what happens. Like you're not going to get rich anyways in the next week or so. Even if you made an extra $300 in the next 2 days, that's not going to change your career. So
what we're saying in terms of leverage with this strategy you're talking about now.
So like I said, I tell people when they just start in the strategy, start off with 0.1. If you feel like you're comfortable, start off with 0.5, $1 a pill, whatever your account can hold. Like I would say if you can't hold a trade overnight and go to sleep, don't then lower your lot size.
Mhm.
If you get emotional when you go down 50 pips, lower your lot size.
Got you. Right.
You still got to lower your lot size. That's just the whole point. You're going like because the time gonna pass by anyway. So it's the time gonna automatically pass by, no matter if you over leverage or not. If you're over leveraging your account, yeah, you're being very risky. But I think you should be
But
very risky. Like if you're a really good trader, then you can be risky. Because like if I shoot like Steph Curry, right? I use Steph Curry for me. If I shoot like Steph Curry and I'm like 8 out of 10,
Steph
I
Curry.
can be very risky. I can be very risky now.
Mhm.
You know,
hey,
that's
buddy,
how you. Huh?
I had some question for you.
I can hear you.
Do you have any particular settings for the indicator supply and demand?
No, I don't change. I just change the time frame. If you want to change the colors, you can change the colors. That's it. I mean, I don't really do anything else. I just change the time frame and the colors. You can change the names if you want to change them of the color of the name of the indicator, but that's it. I don't do anything else. I just try to keep it as simple as possible. I don't want to, overthink it. Like,
Because I was reading somewhere time frame 0, so I thought maybe there was some input. Okay, I'll leave it the way it is.
right? No,
Thank you.
no. The time frame, change the time frame to 240 because you will see it. It'll tell you which time frame to put. You can even do if you know you want to scalp. At first I start off with the 60. The 60 is really good too. It still show you verified structures. It's just that it's not gonna be as accurate as the 4 hour structures. You're gonna get less structures on the 4 hour, but on the 60, you're gonna get structures, a lot of structures. But if you are comfortable with going to the 4 hour and looking at the 4 hour structure and then going to the 60 and looking at that time frame and taking those structures within the trend of the 4 hour and the daily, you can do it that way too. But
Okay.
I usually just take it. I just put the 4 hour on there, and I just take it from there. The daily is a little too far. I showed you how far that was. You literally have a box for about 15 days. So like I didn't want to do it that way, but that's how it works. If you got a like the daily, you can make a lot of money too. Like I told you, you take a daily structure, you can hold that for about 10 days. It could be like 10 days before you have to get out that trade. So
Okay, perfect.
it
Thank
just
you.
depends how trader you want to be. If you want to be a swing trader, or if you take a daily structure, you can just
Mm.
go to the lower time frame and just scalp it for 15 days that way. However you want to do it, it can be like that. That's how
I
it
think
works.
swing trading is probably the best, and
Yeah,
then I think using the smaller time frames to just scale in.
yeah,
I think that'd be ideal. I think that's what I'm
right.
trying.
That's when you get advanced.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Yeah.
get advanced, you start scaling down on lower time frame because that's how he do it. He'll have like say like this structure here down here. If he took this here, he would have got an entry. He would have got an entry here. He has another indicator I don't have that it gives him an arrow when they get in the trade. Not the one I showed y'all, but it's an arrow, 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 arrow. He would have been taking this all the way up. He'd have about 7 arrows, and he'd have been up in all profit from all these trades right here, like
And
going up.
this guy's a millionaire trader, right?
Yeah, that's why he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's insane. But like I said, he teaches a lot about just
But
keeping it
that's how
simple.
trading should be, though. Trading should just be simple.
Right. So simple. Like I found out like even if you didn't have a really good winning percentage, if your money management really good, you'll be good. And if you're low in your lot size, you're gonna have a really good high percentage trading. You know that, right? If you lower your lot size, you're gonna be a very accurate trader. You might not lose a whole trade the whole week because you're going with the trend. So it may go against you, but if you hold it for a couple of days, it's gonna go back your way.
But how big would your stop loss need to be if that was the case?
If it didn't break the box, why you don't get out the trade? If I
Yeah.
took a trade, say I took a trade here and price came back up here, I'm not getting out this trade until it breaks the box. And of course, you want to lower your lot size according to that's why I told you don't trade on the daily, because if you trade on the daily, you got this big ass box, right? But if
Mhm.
I go to the 15 and look at that, a box like that, now my stop loss is 42 pips. See?
Mhm.
See the difference? Now you got a 42 pip stop loss. Now you take this trade, you got a 42 pip stop loss and you caught 186 pips. Like
Yeah.
that's insane.
I think
So
this is the way.
right, and look, still dropping. It came here, touched it again. Look, it's still playing here because this structure is so strong.
And you said at the start of the conversation that you've been consistent. Was it over the last like 2 months? Is that what you said?
Yep, yep,
And you've been using this exact
yep. I've been using
ideology.
this. I've been like varying, but this is get the sum of it. But I've been like varying, switching stuff up. Like I used to use other stuff. I used to using the MACD because she showed me the MACD and the water together with this strategy. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like I'll give y'all different ways just to certain people can use certain stuff.
Could you try a different chart? Maybe like if you go back to Forex.
Yeah, I am. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you this, and I'm gonna do this right here. Look. So this is the numbers I use 10, 24, 5. Remember those numbers if you're going to use the MACD. 10, 24, 5.
Bear with me, I'm just going to make a note.
All right, those are numbers that he used. Those are the best numbers right there. So I'm going to put that on there, and then I'm going to go to another time frame. I mean, another one. All right.
And these indicators are only good on high time frames. Yeah.
Say it again.
These indicators are only good on higher time frames.
They're only good on higher time frame. Yeah, you don't use them on lower time frames. I don't unless it's connected with the higher time frame.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm gonna use the water. This was the old strategy he showed me before he evolved it to the next level that he at right now. So make sure when you use the water, you got to turn this off, the alert exit off, because if you don't, you're gonna get a lot of like notifications like alert long, alert short. It's gonna be like 100 of them
So
back
they're
to
two
back to back.
things. Hold it down and do a screenshot.
Okay,
Cool.
you good?
Yeah.
All right. You just change the color. I just like to align the colors. That's just what I like to do. All right. Now, the MACD is simple. Keep it simple. The MACD clip, the volume kicks in the market. You're in the trade. Simple. That's how he takes it. This is what his strategy was here, but like simple. The MACD clip here at the box, red. You're in the trade.
By clip, do you mean as in the signal line crosses the thingy line? Is that what you mean by clip?
Yeah, the MACD right here goes up under
Got you.
the area here. So it
Sweet.
turns gray. And this indicator makes it turn gray so you know it's under it. And then you get in that trade there. You hold it. You can actually get out right here. The MACD clip back out. When it clip back out, you do it again. You can actually take trades off the MACD too if you know how to use it on a higher time frame status. Look at that. Sell, get out. And like it's simple if you know how to use it. That's what he told me.
Nice. And you're applying the same like higher time frame structures. Like we're looking for sales, then we're using the MACD to indicate sales along with the volume. But if it's not, if we're not in the same market, we're obviously not doing it.
Right. See how simple that is? Like very simple.
Yeah, for real.
If it's a buy here on a 4-hour structure, there's no reason why I should be looking for sales. Period. On this lower time frame. Wait for it to line up and take the trade. That's just that simple.
Thing of beauty, man.
Yeah, man. I try to make it simple for you guys, man, so y'all can see exactly how this market really works, because these brokers are making enough money on us already. So once you guys start understanding that and doing a 0-1, like literally at a box, and then you catch a trade like this, it's going to change your whole life, because you're going to be like, wow, this stuff really works. Because I know you hear me talking about it, but until you do it yourself, that's when you're really going to see for your own 2 eyes, like how powerful this is. Then after that, you're going to go to you're going to start going to different pairs, and you're going to be able to trade any pair. Like it ain't just going to be one pair. You can go trade this pair here. This pair move funny. Look at that buy there. You still had a buy here. This right here, I don't trade this. This is where traders get beat up. Stop trading this. Don't ever trade this. If you see the market ranging like this, leave it alone. Wait.
Is that also because it's not at either of the important points?
Right. It's just sitting there ranging back and forth. And it's my point is, if it haven't came from this box, it came from this box, right? So I'm still initially looking for a buy because it haven't came up here and touched this area yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if it
How
haven't,
many pips are you getting per pullback on that? Just out of curiosity.
so if it pulled back here,
Yeah.
this is about 50 pips.
Mhm.
So that's a pretty significant amount of pips. I just don't trade this because I don't know if it's gonna stay here or break it. So I would just wait. If you wait, like literally, if it was more room, I wouldn't trade this honestly. But I'm just telling you, like you can wait for it to break out. If this wasn't a box sale, wait for it to break out here, retest it, and take the trade up when everything aligned again.
Oh, nice. So you wait for the break and retest generally. Is
Yeah.
that how you enter alongside the indicators?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
It's
And
so
so in
simple.
this,
Yeah, it's so simple.
Yeah.
Like I can show you right here. If you know that a pair, let's go to another pair. Let's go to EuroCAD. If you know that this is a 4-hour structure, right? Where there's a lower
yeah.
time frame structure here that price done made, right? This is a lower time frame structure. So if you're not comfortable with the trade, why don't I just draw my box here and wait for it to break here?
Yeah, totally.
When it breaks there, I can get in this trade and put my stop loss above here and hold it down and keep going.
Yeah, nice.
Those are all type of ways you can go. I'm giving you different options.
You got MAC divergence as well. It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful trade.
Right. I'm giving you options on how to trade this. You don't have to trade it one way. It's different type of ways. You're going to see stuff that I don't see, that you can probably teach me because, like I said, once you start seeing things, you got your own psyche that you see that things happen. Look at that. This breaker box here came out of it. What did it do? It came back and retest right here. Look at that retest. This was even a retest. When it broke out, a big counter retest here, you get in here, your stop loss is 26 pips. You're already up 73 pips already.
Damn.
Went all the way down here. You know you're selling. You could have been selling here when it turned red again. Like this is, and the next box is here. So it's going to possibly come here, or it can make another box here too, by the way. If it hits here a couple times, it can make another box here and go back up. So I want you guys to understand, just because you see boxes don't mean new box, because new boxes got to be made, correct? Y'all know new boxes got to be made because if area come to another area and it keep making boxes, keep hitting areas, it's going to make a new box. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So here, price is playing here. It could come down here and touch this area, or it can come here and play and consolidate, come back up, come back and hit this area again. Then it's going to make a box. And then when it come back here and touch it again, you get in that trade and you take that buy back up to this area here. That makes sense?
Yeah. How many times does it touch generally, like an area for it to create a box? Do you know?
Cool. If it touches it once, it's an untested resistance zone. That means like right here. It touches it once here. Let me see. Where is it? Where that area at? I don't see it. Oh, it's above it.
Obviously, the more times price touches that box, it's going to make it strong.
The more it touches, the stronger it becomes. So I can't even get to that box. It won't let me get to that box for some reason. I'm trying to get to it, this area here, but I think it's far away. Whatever, I can't get to it. But when this is untested zone here, here go one. It touched it once here. See this wick? Touched it here, and that's untested. So that means price is untested because price haven't came there. So it's a support zone, but it's untested. It's not really as strong as a verified structure. That means it has tested.
Is that what the different colors indicate? So I might have missed that, but it's like so the blue is like a definite support, the red is like a definite resistance, and the other two are like more like kind of supply and demand zones, like unretested areas. Okay, got you. Yeah, so
that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
I really focus more so on the red and blue, but the gray are very powerful because they are daily structures and 4-hour structures still too. So they still are powerful. So yeah, if you looking at this and you like, hey, I'll tell you this right now, don't take no blind trades, like, because sometimes you may miss this. If you don't get a perfect setup, like something to tell you to get in this trade for another sale, don't just jump in the sale because you know it's selling. That's a lot of people do that too. And then they get a big pullback and they like, well, what happened? It pulled back, but you got in like so late, you didn't even get no setup. You didn't get no. Because when price break, come past this box, when is your turn to get in this trade? When will you get in this trade? That's why I got other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why I got other indicators to tell me when to
Just
get in.
in the group.
Sorry, what you say? He said something? I didn't hear him. But yeah, so that's how I take the trades. And I've been
I
talking
love
about
how simple it is, man. It's crazy simple. It's weirdly simple.
right.
Yeah.
I told you we make trading too hard, and that's when
Still
you
have
start losing a lot of money. Like if you don't over leverage your account and you do this correctly, you're going to make money regardless. You may not make as much as you would like at first, but like you're learning the skill.
Yeah, man.
Once you master this, you're gonna make so much money, it's gonna be ridiculous.
That's amazing. It's funny. I keep
This is-
thinking, like, imagine because my brother's always like, look, when you learn the forex game, show me what's going on. I'm like, for sure. I've been at it for maybe like a year and a half or so.
Yeah,
And
see?
I'm imagining if I'd been taught this at the beginning with no sort of like emotion involved,
Yeah.
no sort of like, like sort of bias towards the market. Somebody just said, oh yeah, you do this, 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 and this. You'd be fucking laughing straight from the beginning.
Yeah. It would have been so much simpler, right?
Yeah,
I
so much
literally
simpler.
listen, my mentor literally have showed
And
me.
then name at buy same.
I've seen him show newbies this stuff right here. People who didn't know how to trade and they literally was taking US 30 trades and catching 1,000 pips consistently.
Yeah.
My girl, she catches 1,000 pips consistently on DJ.
Orders.
Sorry,
You hear me?
mate. You turn your mic off.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said my girl, she catches 1,000 pips consistently on DJ. Consistently.
Crazy, man.
She's really good. Like I took this trade yesterday. Look, I took this trade and I got out. It was the end of the day. I took it right here. The TDI was oversold. I took it right here. She took this and got out here. I took it and got here. Look how many pips this thing dropped. I got out like right here at this structure area here.
Oh, that structure. Oh, nice.
Yeah. She told me I should have held it. I left the computer and I had a great day. I caught almost 1,000 pips on DJ, right?
Hmm.
It dropped 12,000 pips in that day.
Holy shit. What was that?
That's mad.
Look at this. 10,000 pips already.
Yeah. I mean, there's such clean entries, man, as well, like that.
Look how crazy it is. Look how
look at the volume. Like you got the volume, you got the hull. It's just so clean. Just up, mad.
This is crazy, right?
Yeah. It's crazy shit.
What does this look like on the 15-minute when you actually make the entry?
Say it again.
So what does this look like on the 15-minute when you actually make the entry? Like you said, you made a trade here. So
this is the 15.
Oh, this is the 15. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, this is the 15 chart.
Okay.
So I looked when I seen this, bro, I was like, what the? Like I took this trade. The reason why I didn't wait for the whole moving average here, because I didn't have it on.
Mm-hmm.
I drew the fib. And when I drew the fib, I seen it at this structure here. I waited for it to get back to retest this structure here because this big candle here told me that it was breaking out. And when it broke back and retested back up here and came down, I got in immediately. The TDI was oversold. I already knew what time it was. I mean, overbought. I already knew what time it was. I got in. Dropped it right down. And it went down here. And it came right here and I got out. And I was like, babe, I got out. I was 800 pips. She was like, that's good, babe. But then it dropped. I come back the next day, it steady dropped. And I'm like, what is it doing? What's going on? And then it kept going. And I'm like, whoa, bro, this thing dropped all the way down to the box. I mean, to this area here, and it made a box here. This is a box it made. So that box was just created there. The box was this, the other box is here. This is the verified box. This box was created. See, I say it create boxes. It create boxes as price come there and consolidate over on a higher time frame. So there's a higher time frame consolidation here and then pull back up.
Nice, so, yeah. It's like you can almost enter however you want. It's like once you understand, that indicator, like the higher time frame structure indicator, once you've got that, it's just like enter.
It doesn't matter what indicator you use. I'm just giving you indicators I use. It don't matter what indicator you use, as long as you align it with the higher time frame. That's all that matters.
For real, yeah.
That's all that matters. As long as you align it with
that.
Right. So this right here, by the way, this right here, like I for this information, bro, I paid like $5,000 for this information. I'm giving you guys for free because that's type of person.
No, it's very generous, man. It's crazy. Yeah, so much value right now.
This
really appreciate it, man.
This here,
yeah, for sure.
Like I said, this here, bro, this is just gonna make y'all so much money because you're gonna realize, like, well, what the? Like I said, I lost, bro. I lost like 20K in the market before I even got good at trading. I used to use some of the weirdest stuff, and I used to be like, what happened? When I first started trading, I used to get so frustrated at indicators because when you looked at it in hindsight, it was like, oh, it worked every time. Oh, it worked every time. And then when you get on the chart, it disappears. Indicators disappearing, the paint is repainting. I'm like, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's what then I realized, I'm like, well, let me deal with indicators that's not gonna repaint. So I start using like, well, the MACD don't repaint like that. The water don't repaint. It's showing you volume in the market. That's all it's doing. It's showing you where the volume is at.
The volume's pretty important. Like looking at that going
Yeah.
up there, sort of like the slightly to the right of your mouse, like you
Right.
could get like there's a small like little green thing where the price starts, like there it starts
Yeah.
to turn around. If you weren't looking at the volume, you might get caught just before that.
Yep.
Like you can be like, oh, it's it's going to start going back up because we've broken through the previous structure.
Right.
It's kind of retested it, and it ended up doing a really deep retest. And if you
Right.
hadn't been watching the volume, that would have caught you out.
Yep.
Yeah,
See,
that's cool.
this right here would have told me.
Yeah, like that.
Right here, when it came here, I wouldn't have been in this trade. I see the volume already left out of here already.
Exactly,
I
the
think
volume for sure.
you're not out, but when the volume kicked in here, you could have got in here. You didn't get in on this candle. You got in on the next candle because the volume came in.
Yeah.
You got in on the next candle. You in profit immediately. Look at that.
Yeah.
Buy. Then it came out. You get out. Volume kick in again. You're back in again. Volume leave again. You in it again. Simple stuff like that. Keep it very simple. Don't make
And it's like when you're in the middle of the range, it's almost like you don't want to be greedy. You just want to get your pips and kind of like 2 to 1, 3 to 1, and then just sack it off because it could be dangerous. Well, that's my view. I don't know what you think. Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here. Hold on one second. I was talking to my daughter.
Oh,
What'd
for
you
sure.
say? Hold on one second.
I'm still seeing the 3 levels of rise, like the peak
Right.
section, low one.
Hold on one second.
Ngabolozo. Again, testing Gazilozo is. But you may end up buying around your station. Maybe you can keep an eye.
What's that, bro? James, are you trading the market maker method right now?
I kind of. I've been learning for a minute. I learned the market maker method originally, and I found it kind of didn't work for me because like the levels and kind of stuff really confused me. But I learned so much about like price manipulation, like sort of having that mindset. But so at the moment, I've kind of like I'm doing my own thing where I'm trading. I've called it like the London divergence strategy. So I basically wait for divergence for like a double top or an M or a W, whatever you want to call it, on the 15-minute, and then I wait for divergence on the RSI, and then I wait for a break of the so like the middle leg of the M or the W and a retest of it, and then I trade it down.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I've been back testing. So I'm going to be doing like funding talent or FPMO soon. And in the back testing over, I kind of only played the GU and the G pairs and the major pairs. But over the back testing, it was making like 36% in a month, which is crazy. So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. I'm back testing that. But then I saw this Zoom and watching this now, it's like I'm going to work. I mean, 100% working this higher time frame stuff into it. Because let's say it's like,
look at GU right now.
Yeah.
GU is buying. It's supposed to be buying. It's probably going to buy up to here. Look at the 4-hour structure. It's just telling you where to go.
Yeah, look at that.
Look, when they come back, I'll tell you right now, when they come back to retest this area here, which it just did, you could take a small take prop. You could probably take a trade here. The TD not over, TD, make sure the TDI not over. So if this break out a little higher, I need to break out a little more and then come back to retest this area because this was a significant area here. If you look to the left, this right here was considered a significant area right here for price because price consolidated all in this area here, right? So
Yeah,
if it breaks out here, I need a clear breakout retest. Take it up to this area here possibly, and have your stop loss. Your stop loss will
Nice.
be very small.
And how many
Yeah,
pips?
that's nice.
That's still like 300, 400 pips, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like, hold on, let's see. You can hold this for, this is about 116 pips.
116. That's still decent.
And with a stop
That's
loss
a
of
lot.
like, with a stop
A
loss
lot
of
of
like
pips.
30 pips, stop loss for like 112 pips. I was 0-1 it, like I told you, 0-1 it, so you can hold a drawdown and be all right.
Mm.
If you don't want to 0-1 it, 0-2, 0-3, but don't go over leverage in a trade like this, because you want to make sure you learn the skill. The most important thing is to learn the skill. Once you learn the skill, then you can over leverage that model. But if you
Oh
don't,
yeah, it's not about the money, it's about the process. The money
right,
comes if you master the process, right?
right, exactly. So I already know, like I kind of understand this stuff a lot more, and I'm still studying. Like literally, bro, I don't do anything but study. That's all I do. I study all day.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Like 5-6 hours a day.
Until I'm a millionaire, I'm still studying. I don't
Yeah,
care.
Real.
I learn new stuff. My girl, she gets so confused sometimes because I
Yeah.
always have another indicator, and I tell her, hey, this indicator works really well with this too, because you can use any indicator. But she be like, babe, I don't want to use this. I want to use the same one that we already got. But like, I always do more research, and I find other stuff that works very well. That I give people. I just try to give people a lot.
My girl's the same, man. It's
Right.
working, don't touch it. Fair enough.
Right. So I try to give
If it
options.
ain't broken, don't fix it.
Said it
It's
right.
true. It is true.
Right, that's true. Right, that's true. But
It
like,
is true.
you know how you be like, I'm like a person that always try to evolve myself over and over, try to evolve the strategy more and more and more
Yeah.
to hone in and own it better. And
That's
maybe it's
blokes,
not the
man.
next,
It's classic.
maybe it's not the indicator. Maybe I need to just hone in on more of the, the structure and stuff. Because I told you, if what I just showed you, do it matter about all that other stuff about the peak formation? No, it just matter about what
No,
structure
that's
it
the
is.
thing.
It just matter what a
It makes
structure is.
it stupid almost.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because like you like,
It,
well,
it sounds
why?
like someone's trying to sell you a fucking course, is what it sounds
Right.
like.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, why am I learning all this stuff? This is what I was thinking. When I
Yeah.
learned the peak form, when I learned all this stuff, I'm like, bro, it's so much you got to learn to trade. And then when you get to these millionaires, they tell you they got some of the simplest systems. And I'm like, bro, what I've been doing? So guess what I did? I said, okay, well, I'm gonna just start looking at the 4 hour and daily. That's exactly what I did. And I went to the 4 hour and daily instantly. Trading changed completely. I told you I went 10-0 on 0-1 back to back. Took the trade, put my stop loss above the box, and just closed the chart, closed the thing, came back later on that day. TP was hit, the trade was over with.
Beautiful. And you were just trading between the major structure points.
Yep, the major structure points. Like right here, if you took this trade here, say you took it here at this box here, because TDI was probably oversold. I would have took that box. I don't wait on the whole moving average, honestly. Some people do, but like I told you, I don't wait. I get in here because I know I've took it numerous of times to know that it's gonna go up majority of the time. And literally, you're already up 49 pips. If I would have took my TP here for 49 pips, I would have got out and I'm done.
Yo, gents.
Yeah, you talking to me?
I just downloaded this indicator, right?
Yeah,
And I'm looking at Euro GBP, right?
yeah.
Because I'm still new at this whole entire indicator thing. So would I be correct in saying this thing is about to sell?
Oh, let me see. I don't see it. Where is it? Right here. Yep. 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 The volume's in. If the volume ain't left, you see the volume there. The MACD got volume. This thing going down.
Yeah.
Did you take the trade?
Nah, because I just downloaded it now, so I'm still trying to. No, Euro JPY, man.
Oh, Euro JPY. Oh, not
Yeah.
Euro GBP. I would say Euro GBP. The volume's in for this sale, and it came from this box. That's a sale automatically. But let me see. Here, it's not at the box yet. It haven't touched it, but it's close. I will wait. I will wait. I don't know. I don't really know yet. It ain't really gave me an indication yet. Mind you, this is still you did get it engulfing, but it looks like it can possibly, being that's been ranging here. If you wanted to wait for the breakout, maybe to here, wait for this breakout. Wait for the breakout here. of this structure and then wait for the retest of it and then possibly take it down there
I
if it's going
see.
to sell, because you want to make sure it comes out and completely clear this whole thing out. But you
I
right
see,
now you're
man.
looking for sales though. By the way, you're still looking for sales right now. The volume's there too. You see that volume when I'm gonna tell you right now, do not trade against the
Mm-hmm.
volume, by the way. Do not trade against the volume. If you trade against the volume, you're gonna lose money.
Uh-huh.
Don't think I'm just keeping it one. If it's with the structure and you see the 4 hour box and you got volume and you trying to take it the other way, like it's gonna kill you. So that volume kicking in right there, you kind of know when the market gonna shift and turn around. Because if it goes above this line, that usually mean that price is probably going to switch up majority of the time. Not all the time, but majority of the time, price is going to switch up. So right now, it's at this box. It haven't touched it yet. It's close, but it haven't touched it yet. Until it touches it, I would have been looking. If it touched it, I would have got in because being how close this was last time it came here, it just got. I would have got in right there. If you got in, say if you was just like anxious and you just got in, you still would be up about 15 pips right now already. So
Now the reason I'm asking that, right, is because like I just combined DTMM with this indicator, right? And right now this it touched the second leg there by level 3, right? So that's why I'm like, oh, it's selling. So which is why I'm like DTMM is gonna work hand very well with this indicator, man.
say it again.
Um
No, the
DTMM
last
is gonna
part.
work.
The
Oh,
last
like
part.
DTMM is gonna work very well with this indicator, man.
Yeah,
Because
you
via the strategy I learned at DTMM, when I look at this, it's like conjoining, man. It's like a husband and a wife, bro.
right. You see how easy it becomes when you see the higher time frame of what's going on. It's just so much different as a trader.
Yeah.
Now, now this right here, if it touches here, like I told you, look, it's kind of
Azarenze
resisting.
kule period.
Say
Kule
it again.
sikhathi ebhayibhile ukuthi ya sengisifuna.
See this right here, it's like resisting here. If it breaks through here and retest this area, this possibly can keep going down. I would 0-1 it and put your stop loss above here. If you was just like, hey, I don't care because I'm not gonna lose that much money, you could literally just say, hey, I can put it in now. I'll lose $4, 0-1 in it to try to go down here and just see what happens if you wanted to do that. If you was anxious about the trade, some people be anxious to take the trade. If you want to take it, you got volume. That's one thing you with you. You got volume above this line. So there's volume, but it haven't broke past this area that's been consolidating that. So I would wait for it to break this and then go down. Now, if I look at the 4 hour, if I look at the 4 hour, it'll tell me a lot more. You see how the whole moving average, just tell me from the sale. You see how the whole moving average, even though it's volume here, by the way, if the volume is in right there, but it's at a structure on a whole moving average, sometimes it takes time for the volume to switch. So if you see the whole moving average like it's curving, like it's going to start going under price, be wary of that because that means it's probably going to start turning around and start going down. So the 4 hour telling me that the daily, nah, I wouldn't take that trade. Look, if you look at the daily, the whole moving average is cuffing price, and it looked like it's probably going to buy up. Does you see that they're not aligned together? Does that make sense? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So don't get in that trade because the 4 hour, the daily is not ready. The daily is cuffing price, and it's like it's at a structure here, like it's want to buy up. So this telling you right here that price, if it was like this, and you align the time frames all together with this going down like this with the whole moving average, that's when you get the moves like you would like if you're using the whole moving average. But I told you, you want to make sure you align it because if you don't align it, price could actually just break through this little weak. Mind you, it's a weak resistance. It can break through it and just go down. I mean, go up, go through it, and go to the next box, which is above it, around this area. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Patience, right? Patience.
yeah. I'm trying to make it simple because I know you're going to see a lot of boxes, but you got to know how the boxes move. That's why I use the whole moving average too sometimes because I want the daily to be cuffing under price. If I'm looking for a buy here, I want the 4 hour to be going under price. I want the 15 to be going on the price. I don't want it to be like it's going to sell now and the 4 hour like it's going to buy, then the daily like it's going to sell. Like you don't want all that ruckus. You You want everything aligned.
For example, in that, like if the daily wasn't near that, that box, it'd be a different story. But the fact that it is, just like, that's no trade. So but let's keep it simple. But there'll be other trades out there. Plenty more
and
trades.
The MACD is clipped too. So if the MACD clip, that's another sign. The MACD clip. So that could be.
So you really do start at the top. You need to make sure. I mean, you don't trade in the daily. It's like make sure that you're not anywhere important on the daily, and then go from there.
Right, because the daily controls the 4 hour, and the 4 hour only going to do what the whole day is going to tell what the daily going to do.
Yeah, so
if I see the 4 hour, look, this clip that was on the daily made this whole move on the 4 hour. Look at that.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of pips. Yeah, that's fair.
That's a lot of pips there. That's not.
Yeah.
120 pips. So you got to think about
just that little turnover.
That's this whole move here. I think around. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, that's about this whole move here. 120 pips. That's this whole move. So you gotta be careful when you're paying attention to that. You want to make sure the daily, all them time frames align together. If they don't align, don't take the trade. That's why I was using the MACD too, because it was making it a lot easier for people to understand what was going on the charts. If you got a daily zone there and a 4 hour zone there, you want them to align together. When they align together, align it with the 15. Now I can show you an example just so you can see what I'm talking about. If I got a 4 hour, let's look at here when it clipped here, right? At a structure, it clipped. I go to the 4 hour. Price is already clipped on the 4 hour, right? You see that? Price already been clipping on the 4 hour. So I go to the lower time frame now. Let's go to the 15. Now I find my entry on the 15. Oh no, let's go to the hour because I probably went too far out. Let's go to the hour and let's take this off. Let's go to the hour. Let's see if I can find the entry. Boom. Hold on. Let's back up. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at that. So wait for price to go out. What did price do? It went out right here. You see that? See how price went out, and you see the volume. The volume really small there at the bottom down here, but you can see the volume kicking out of that for that sale. You see that?
Yeah.
That's when you get in. Say you got in there. The whole moving average, everything aligned. Look at that sale. Look at that move you catch. You catch 85, 89 pips. This one you don't go in that much drawdown because you align all the time frames together.
That's nice. I mean, but even if, like, for example, even if you got in early, you'd have a bigger stop loss, but you still had the direction right.
Right, you got the direction. That's all that matters. As long as you got the direction right. If you're not over leveraging, you got the direction right. You can get in anytime. Just know
for real.
You might go on a little drawdown.
Just those sniper egg trees. That's what you want, isn't it? Those turns from 3 to 1 to 7 to 1 or 8 to 1 or something like that.
Right.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah, my fault. I went away from the mic again. But yeah, so I wanted, like I said, I try to make trading real easy right now. My girl, she's actually talking to our mentor right now as we speak. But yeah, it's just that simple, bro. Y'all keep it this simple. A box, there's no box. Don't take no trade. If you want to keep it simple, there's no box. You don't know the trend. Go to the 4 hour and daily. Where is the 4 hour and daily structure? That's the most important thing. Oh, it's a structure here. I'm buying this whole time here because this is a daily. It's an hour structure, but it's a 4 hour structure here. If you want, if I don't know if we got some swing traders. If we got swing traders, just make it on the daily. Put it for the daily. If we swing traders, make it for the daily. Change the indicator to the daily, and it shows you how to change it to the daily. By the way, right here, right there, daily. And I think you can do the monthly here, but I will never do the monthly or the weekly. But the daily is here. This number here.
Was it 240 for the
4 hours?
Yeah, 240 for 4 hours. So
yeah. So I use the 4 hour because I get more trades that way. I like to see structure. But this right here is the daily, and you got this wholesale here. That looks good if you're gonna be a swing trader. You're gonna hold stuff for months on in. But that ain't the type of trade I want. I don't want to hold a trade for months, honestly. So yeah, I don't do that. But like
that hole and the moving average is such a mental combination. Like sort of like it keeps you out of like the accidental like wrong direction, because even like there, like just there on the left, you've got that sort of like retracement in the ultimate downtrend, but the volume didn't like really indicate you to go for a sell. So
yeah,
where were we? Oh yeah,
right there. You see? So this helps out a lot. Like, and even look at all these zones here now on the 4 hour compared to the daily. You didn't have that many zones. You had one zone. But if you know the daily, like you can even do that. Just say if you know the daily analysis, well, I'm selling on a daily analysis. So every time I get a zone, I'm taking the sale on that zone. Simple. Boom.
Oh mate,
That's
I was really sorry. I've just accidentally closed the note that I had with all the indicators on, and they fucking disappeared. Would you mind just reminding me what they were? So you got the WADA, something.
hold up. I got them on here. We got
Thank
the
you, bro.
water.
Sorry, mate. Sorry,
We got the
everyone.
water right here. That's cool. We got the water. You can take a screenshot actually and just probably just get them like that, honestly.
Where are they? Just there. Palm moving. Oh yeah, I can screenshot that for sure.
Yeah.
1 second. Perfect. Thank you very much. Sorted.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. Like simple. There's another indicator, like I said, I used to use. I'm gonna let you guys in on it, but I don't usually use it no more because I already know the trend. But this is another indicator you can use to actually get you entry. So say you know how people don't know how to align the MACD together, right? Well, I'm gonna give you this 4 time frame MACD alert, and it aligns the time frames with you. So whenever they align together, it'll show you on the chart, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I changed my numbers to 10, 24, 5. It's going to show when they say next 1, 2, and 3. That means on your current time frame, the 15, it's going to show you the 30, the hour, and the 4 hour. If you move this up to the hour, it's going to show you the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly. That's how it works. So I know I'm giving y'all a lot, but I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. If some people, you want to change this to alerts, how many time frames align? You want 4. You want all time frames align, not 3. And then you want to put the arrows on. So display arrows true. My son is in there screaming. Sorry about that, man. So I'm gonna change this to 5,000. Boom. Now look at the arrows. The arrows tell you, hey, sell. All time frames align. Sell, 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 sell. So you align it with where price is at on the structure, you sell it. You see that?
Yeah.
So that's how that works. I used to use this one too, but I don't use it anymore. But
is that the red arrows? Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing, the reason why I
nice.
didn't use it because it'll give you an arrow down here, and I don't want to take it down here. There's no literally it's coming back. You see what I'm saying? So
it's just when it's at a relevant structure point, right?
Right. That's the one I would use it. Hold on 1 second. It was just for an entry to get in.
Yeah, nice. Yours. Oh, thank you.
Yo. Yeah. So what y'all trading this morning?
Hey, bro.
Hello? Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, do you mind showing US 30? I'm just looking at it now. It looks like it's nearing the
box.
Yeah.
If it get up there, sell it.
that's it. That's such good advice. That's the advice. Yeah, if it gets to the box, just sell it.
That's it. Don't make it difficult. Man. If you want to wait for the whole moving average to turn red, get in when the whole moving average turn red. Don't make it difficult. Don't put too much analysis on it, because if you try to put too much analysis on, that's when you try to predict the market. That's when we lose because we got human error. But if you got something that's telling you when to sell, just sell it. Your stop loss is going to be right above the box. If it breaks above the box and retest it, get in the opposite direction. It's just that simple.
It's like you have to forget what you've learned, but also what you felt about the market. Doing like, oh, well, what if it's not right? You know, like you have that, you get that sort of like, oh, you know, what if it's not right? You know, you have to kind of forget what you've learned, forget what you've stolen, what you've felt about the market, and just be like, look, it's simple.
It's just we making it harder. They set a box, sell it. It came here. I kid you not. When it came here earlier, my girl, she got nervous on taking it, and I told her to take it. She took it and sold it down and called 1,000 pips.
Nice.
Don't waste no time on it. Just get in. Like when you start thinking like, what if it breaks it? So what? You're gonna lose trades regardless, bro. Like you're not gonna win every trade. Stop trying to win every trade. Just the point is to become profitable because enough of these boxes on the 4 hour. You think price gonna break every 4 hour box? No, there's no way. This is not rocket science. This is just the higher time frame structure. It was built over time. That means it's harder to break.
Yeah.
So
nice.
This is DJ
and I
here.
guess with that sell that you made, like you weren't really working into a resistance according to your boxes. So I guess that's part of the reason why you got out early as well, right? You just had to use like market structure.
Yeah, I just got here and I seen
sense.
this here and I was just like, I'm just gonna get in and catch something. That's why I was like, let me just catch something. I caught here and I was like, I caught 800 pips. That's not nothing like it ain't bad. Like I'm like,
but you weren't really working towards like any particular target, so I guess you just had to exit when it felt right, right?
The target down there. I was just
for real.
Catch something and go. I knew it was selling, so that was it. If you know it's selling, just catch it when it sells. Because all these little areas here are lower time frame structures. If you wanted to catch it and you didn't catch it there, catch it here. When it break here, get in out there, break there. Put your stop loss above it. It's just that simple. Like
I like it.
If you can't get in at the box, find a structure area and within that direction. It's just simple. Don't make it difficult. Make it as easy as possible. That's just how it goes. Like the more easy you make your trading, the more accurate you'll be and the better trader you'll be. Look at that right there. Price came here. Where did it come back? Right back here. It broke above, when it came back to retest here.
We're in a buyer's market, so we love that.
Right. That's a buy. You're in a buying market. You're not selling. So yeah, that's just that simple. I'm not gonna make it. I don't make it difficult for myself. I used to make it difficult for myself all the time. It's just not. It's not worth it no more. It's just like just catch your money and get out. Keep it simple. Get your money.
It's kind of satisfying how zoomed out you are as well. It's like just the perspective overall is just much bigger and much slower, almost simpler. It's better.
Look at that. Break, retest, sell. If you lose this little bit of here compared to losing a big whole amount. If you was trying to catch if you was trading SPX, you're gonna have to do zero something on that. That's not a regular pair. You know how that moves, but yeah, you catching this whole move here. Like I'm pretty sure this is a structure area. Keep it simple. Look at that. It made a structure area here. Wait for it to break here. What did it do? Broke through it. This area here it didn't retest it how I would like it, but it did retest this area here because this became a whole area here, and that's where it retested. You see that? It broke through, retested these wicks here, and came right back down.
That's nice. So, for example, there's not like another box, like a blue box that you're working towards, because the green box on the bottom wouldn't have been made yet. So I guess it's like you sell it because you're in a seller's market. But if it turns around, you then wait for the box to let you know that it's turned around and you start buying. Is it?
Right.
Is that it?
Yep.
So cool.
So once this box came here, because it came here as this was building up, it made a box. Once it made this box, as long as it didn't break it, I'm like, okay, it bought up. All right, well, it brought up. I'm waiting for my entry then. It brought up here. Look at that. Retest, buy. Retest, buy. It came back and retested twice and bought up.
Nice.
Got out of there and never came back.
So you could have either scalped it or sized in.
Yeah, like you can scalp it. Like you can literally make money like this consistently. I told you I know how to draw structure and I know how to do all that stuff. It's just I don't make it difficult no more for myself. If I can't find a trade, I just draw structure and put my stop loss as small as possible to make the biggest reward. Like it's just that simple. Keep it
Yeah, it's nice.
simple.
I think it's
And what?
become working from the higher time frame structure. It's like once you know that, then you can work
Yeah,
within that. It's so good,
right,
so key, but so good.
right. You just your trading career. I'm telling you, your trading career gonna change. You're gonna see night and day on like at first, it's gonna be little kinks you're gonna have to iron out because every time, even though I'm showing you this, there's gonna be things that you're gonna see, and you're like, okay, well, I see this now, and now I'm putting this together. That's why I told you to 0-1 and don't over leverage it because you're learning this. You still gotta
Yeah,
master
yeah.
it. So once you master this one thing here, you would never need another indicator or like Steve Morrow and teaches and stuff like that. It's not like, don't get me wrong, that stuff works. It's just that when Steve Morrow teach that stuff, it makes it difficult. Like when you gotta
So
learn
difficult.
everything when they tell you all this different stuff.
It's too many combinations, man. It's just
Right.
like
If they told
you
you
can't remember it all.
if I told you there's a 4 hour box. Let me hold up. Let me go here. Let me go to the market maker template. Right? I got a market maker template right here. I'm gonna add this one indicator and look at this. watch how crazy this get. You finna be like, what the? I'm gonna add this one and I'm gonna add this one too because I use this one a lot. You got the arrows, right? So we got
Yeah,
the
nice.
arrows. Now watch this. Where is the one I use that I just told you? Oh, it's the ORT. I'm looking for it, and I'm gonna show you how simple it is if you want to use this with that. What just happened?
Look at that. Would you look at that? That's jokes.
Look how crazy that is.
Literally peak formation, bang at the point.
Look at that.
One.
Look at this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
This one here is consolidating. I wouldn't be trading this. I told you I don't like this. I don't
Yeah.
like this is what they call seek and destroy. This was ICT called seek and destroy. This is what the broker will do. He'll sit here and wick back and forth like this. This is a seek and destroy day. This one usually people lose money.
Yeah. I mean,
People,
you'd wait in that instance. You'd wait for a break and a
yeah,
retest of that
right,
structure, right?
right. You
Yeah,
just if
nice.
you want to wait, just draw your line right here. Wait for it to
Yeah,
break out of here. Actually, draw your box here. Wait for it to break out,
yeah.
retest, go back to this box. The only
Mm.
thing is you got the 800 EMA. It's a 4 hour structure. It may turn around here. It could turn around and come back to the box again because this
Right,
is an overall been selling the whole time. They could go back to this box down here. By the way, it can't
right.
do that. It don't necessarily have to. That's what I want to tell you. It don't necessarily go to this box. It can come right back down to this box and then buy back up again.
Yeah,
So, like, look at this pair. Most of the time, just find a pair that line right. Look at that. Yesterday, this is a peak formation. I guarantee if I put a peak formation here, it's a peak formation. Next day, buy up.
yeah. Nice.
Look at that trade. Look how much money you made when you already know you're looking for a buy. I guarantee the TDI was oversold right here. You got your entry, 104 pips. This pair don't even move 104 pips like that. Look at that.
It's cool though because it's like if that pair, if like a pair isn't lining up, there are
Right. Look at
plenty of
that.
fucking pairs, aren't there?
Sell, 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 sell.
Yeah,
Like, it's just like you got two. Look at the mail. Like to take. Oh my god. Like this ain't fair. This is not fair, bro. Like when he was teaching this, I was like, bro, this is not fair. Why nobody's being taught this?
yeah. It's so weird.
Like, why are you not teaching this? Look, sell, 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 buy. This day, probably finna buy up. At the end of the day, it's gonna going up. Like, don't make it difficult. Yeah, like
Brilliant.
I wanted to show people this because I wanted them to see how simple trading can be without having to worry about. Like I told you, you can still do your M's and W's, but you know your overall trend. Like people don't know the trend. If you know the trend is a sale, take the sale. Mind you, you know how the 200 EMA tell you this told you right here that the market was shifting before the 200 EMA turned already around to go for the buy. We know we're in a selling market when the 200 price is below the 200, right? But when price came to this 4 hour structure, I already know what's going on. It's going to turn around. If it don't break it, it's going around the other way. Simple. So you don't get confused when it hit the 200. Oh, it's going to reject and come back down to the box. No, it's going to go up. And I hit this 4 hour structure. This is the peak formation. If I put it on here, I'm telling you, these peak formations pop up at the bottom of this area here every time this indicator that I got. And it'll tell you the next day it's going to sell. Wherever that peak formation, the majority of the time it works that way. And I go to a variety of pairs. I go to different pairs that move funny, structure, sell. This the one right here didn't even come to the box here. So this pair moves funny. I told you sometimes this happens. You can't win every trade. We know that. But if it comes to this box here, I'm selling. I'm not buying. This makes sense, bro?
It makes loads of sense. It makes loads of
Yeah,
sense.
making perfect sense, bro. I'm
Okay.
listening while I'm in the shower, so I'm not talking.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, another one here came to the box, bought up, came down selling. The next day, you already know. Look at this. I don't need no EMAs to tell me what's going to happen here. I already know what's going to happen. That's why I told you I don't trade the EMAs no more because I don't need them no more. I know what's going to happen here. If you want to use the EMAs for an entry, that if it wicks off of it, yeah, take it. But I already know what's going to happen here. Sell. This came to this box here, bought up, and wick down here. It's probably going to come to this box because this is a weak support zone. So mind you, if it's weak, it's not strong. It could be broken.
Nice. How do you know that it's weak?
It says it
Why do
right
you think
here.
it's weak?
It says it right here.
Oh, does it say on the weak on the indicator?
Yeah, it tells you weak, untested.
I thought that's your own notes. It tells you that as well. That's great.
Yep,
Oh,
it tells
cool.
you that.
This is a cheat code, literally.
Yeah,
Well, I
this
told
is
you.
funny.
I told
It's
you.
mad. It's like Grand Theft Auto fucking the money cheat. What the fuck?
Bro, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin was in this box. Strong support test 8 times. What did it do? Like, oh my God, bro. Like, this is not fair, bro. I told you it's not fair. Look at this. Structure, sale. You got another sale. How many days? What is this? Oh, the days broke up. I only got a box here. That's why I'm looking because I don't see no box here. Where's the box? You see that? That's weird. There's no box here. But there's a sale there. There's a sale here. Back in the box. It sold all the way down in the box. Boom. Bought up. This whole day bought up all the way up. Now it didn't hit this area here, so I don't know what it's going to do. It could come all the way up here. I needed to come to this box and give me an entry. It didn't touch the box, so I'm not taking that trade. That's what you got to realize. You got to be very picky. There's so many setups you can have. Just don't take any setups. Look for the best ones like this. I told you, look at that. Came to the box, bought up. What you think will happen the next day? Came to the 200, went below 200, bought up again. Look at that. Look how much money. Like this is insane, bro. Like I'm telling you, this is very powerful. It's a cheat code. You're going
And
to
at
see it.
what point would that green arrow paint in the blue
Which
box?
one? This arrow pops up immediately after the candle, while the candle going, or sometimes while the candle in.
So as soon as you see that arrow, that's it. Your entry, you're in.
Yeah, you can get in that entry there. When you see that arrow go in and that candle close, you can get in that entry. Now with this this green arrow, what I found out in the red arrow, sometimes I don't know why it does it. It'll disappear and then come back. So like I've seen a trade where I'll be going against it and it'll disappear, then it'll come right back. So you think you're going right, oh, it disappeared. No, it's coming right back. So I don't know why it's like a little glitch in it or something like that. I don't know.
So technically, you could just have like an algorithm, and it could just trade for you.
Right.
Well, you can be on the chart.
Right. That's what he do. He uses that. He uses this to take trades. Look at that arrow there. You already caught 36 pips there. Like that arrow told you to buy right there. This
And
arrow told you to buy here.
how many pips is it from that one there?
Huh?
Like from the green arrow in the blue box to the top, how much pips is that?
To the top up here.
Yep.
236.
Shit. And
2
how many?
days.
And how much time?
2 days.
2 days. Shit.
This pair don't move that much, by the way, either.
This is mad.
Right? Look at that arrow. Look at that sale. These arrows just don't pop up rent. I told you it's not 1,000 arrows. You're gonna get it. You got an arrow here, but I told you it's going against the trend. So you got to be careful with that.
I need to make sure I don't miss any of this information. I'm trying to write it all
Right.
down.
Right. The next box.
If you was to like just summarize the whole thing, like how would you summarize it? Just so I can write it down.
No box, no trade.
No, great. That's what the course is called.
Yep. No box, no trade. If it's a box, take the trade. If there's no box, why are you in the trade? If you don't know the trend, why are you in the trade? It's just that simple. Find the trend, find a 4-hour structure. Once you find the 4-hour structure, that's going to guide you to the next couple days, because the 4-hour structure moves by days. It's not just by a couple, couple candles. You go to 15, you may get a little move on the 15 because you're looking at the 15-minute chart and you stuck to that. Even the hour, the daily and the 4-hour move the whole week.
Yeah, for real. So I wonder why I didn't give you a green arrow there on the Mayo on the move up. I wonder why it wasn't.
Say it again.
I wonder why there wasn't a green arrow.
Yeah. See, that's why I told you sometimes the arrows just don't pop up all the time.
Okay.
That's why I like it. It's not like a every time pop up. Like you get it. You get them, but you don't get them all the time like that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't take that. I don't take the trade just for the specific get in for the arrow. I get in already, and the arrow is just another confirmation for me to stay in that trade. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
where would you have got in at the bottom here then?
Right here?
Yeah, where would you have gotten that? Lower?
That TDI was oversold. I ain't got the TDI on here, but I know the TDI oversold at the 200 right here. I already know it's oversold.
No, in the blue box.
The ICT. Huh? Right here?
Yeah. Where would you have got in here? Obviously, it's been chopping there for quite a while.
I looked to the left. What price stopped at? Right here and went up, right? Been here before and went up. So I already know my stop. First, I'll do my stop loss. What's my stop loss? I would have checked that box. If it came here, what my stop loss is 30 pips, I'm in immediately. As soon as they come to that box and come down to that area, I'm in before this candle even close.
But it's been in that area for quite a long time.
Right. So I am going immediately, because I know if I wait and I let this candle go up here, that makes my stop loss so much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
See, the key is if you can get in while this candle moving, it's a riskier trade because you're not letting the candle close. But at the same time, this is a 4-hour box, and I'm leaning on the 4-hour box. I'm leaning my strategy on the 4-hour box. If you want to wait, you can wait. You can put the whole moving average in and wait for the whole moving average to turn green and get in that way too. But mind you, if it comes back and if it comes up here and it comes back to retest this box, you just went in like 40 pip drawdown when I'm already up 30 pips by the time it comes up here.
So why wouldn't you have got in the first green arrow as opposed to the second one?
This one?
Yeah. So see the first green one?
This one?
No, the green one here on the left. Yeah.
It's the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
You could take it, but I'm not taking. Once I caught this big move here, I'm done trading. I'm waiting for the next day session. But if you took it here, you could take it here too. You could have took it here. There's nothing wrong with this. You'd have just been holding the whole day.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Then it doesn't matter when you take it, as long as you're taking it with a trend. I don't really care if you take it at 12 at night or 12 in the afternoon, right here at the end of the day, and it's at the box. Hey, get in the trade. I've done that before. I've actually took a trade when it was at the end of the day and was at the box. And the next day, where did it go? Straight up. So
can you take a look at USD MXN?
USD MXN? Okay. Where is it? All right. So this is a turncoat support. So it broke here. So at this moment right now, it's like it's buying to me. Until it breaks, comes back and break back through here, or go to another area and break through a structure up here somewhere, which I don't see anything. So I go to the higher time frame to find it. Where's the next area? Where is the next area? I don't see it. Let's go to the 4-hour. The next area way over here. So possibly this is the 4-hour zone. This is a daily or weekly zone here. There's going to be another structure created somewhere around here. Just let you know. You hear me?
Yeah, I
So
hear you.
this area here can be a structure right here. So you know, this right here, this build up here is going to turn into a structure if it don't break here. If it don't break this 800 EMA, it's going. If it comes back down, it's going to be a structure, man. It's going to consolidate between these two areas until it break back down or whatever it's going to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because
So
I
that's
was
how
thinking,
you look at it. So if you don't see a box and it's so far away, you still got to go to your higher time frame, go to your 4 hour and find that box. If you don't find that box, look for an area where it's congested at, and automatically know that that's an area where a box can be made because it's been touching here numerous of times, right? So that's an area already I know that's on my eye, right on my eyesight. Like, hey, this price could stop here, and the 800 right here on the daily. This is going to be a structure. This possibly going to be a structure here automatically. So we can kind of tell that. That's just like after trading for a long time, you can tell where pricing. Look at that. Look at that rejection there on that trade right there. That was way over there. You could have took this here and sold that down from there and actually caught a move right there from the 4 hour if you didn't know about these boxes and stuff and you was drawing structure yourself, you know? Like you can actually do that. But
it's almost like when when the chart's this kind of like choppy and confusing, it's like go to another pair. You know what I mean? When it's doing all this consolidation, all that
that's what I'm
stuff.
saying. Don't waste your time. That's why I don't trade. If a pair is like consolidated and doing all this, and I don't have no clear indication of what's going to happen, why trade it? Just wait till wait. Go to something that's clear and precise. It's telling you, look, sale, like sale. Look, you would have been in how much profit you would have been here at the 200. I mean the 50. You already up 34 pips. It went 34 pips already. Like what do you why make it so difficult? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Y'all seeing it with your own two eyes. This thing dropping, and it may look, it's going, and it may drop all the way down here. Like I don't know, like you know what I'm saying. I don't know what it's gonna do right now, but at this moment, it's selling. I won't get in now because I need to make sure this. I would have got in right here. I'm getting in here. I just wasn't watching this pair like that. But if I was watching it, like I said, I would have been in here and I would have been up 34 pips. I probably would have took my profit and I would have been done because it's already been selling for too long for me. This big area here, this big drop here tells me that it's going to probably have to rest some. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We know price has to rest. If it goes all the way out here, it can consolidate. It can come all the way out here and come back here and consolidate for the whole time, but come right here and bounce back up a little bit.
Well, it's like a lot of market maker orders were filled there. Like a lot of banks orders were filled. That's why it dropped so hard.
Right.
So I guess they got to recharge.
But guess what you did though? Did you lose this trade? Hell no, you didn't. If you didn't get in here, you could have got in here when it came back and retested this area at the 200 because you already knew the bias. You knew the bias. It was a sale since here. Sale. Like this right there in your face. Like I know you guys are seeing this, and I know it's like, what the fuck? Why haven't was I taught this? This is exactly what I was thinking, bro. Why wasn't I taught this when I? Yeah, they make trading so difficult. They make trading so difficult when you go to these pairs and you look like this right here. Look at this weak support. It's coming up to this 15 minute. This big candle here. I don't know if it's news. It's news, mind you. When news hit, guess what can happen? Structures get broken. So be careful with that. There's news on Euro this morning. So these structures can be broken on a 4 hour. They break them all the time. I done seen it. I done lost trades like that. Just letting you know. If you see a structure, is at a structure area like that, I would usually sell this, right? But being that it's at a Euro is at it got news going on today, it could easily break this box. We know news can push the market away or away from where you want it to go. So be careful with that too. You still got to look at news. You just can't just not look at news. But majority of the time, I found news follow the 4 hour and the daily structure.
I mean, it's almost like the price of admission, isn't it? It's like you have to spend because most people, like, they learn to trade, they lose money and they sack it off. Whereas, like, you have to spend time, like, you know, talking to people in communities, you know, on the internet, like trying to find the right people and the right strategies. Like, that's the only way you win, is like you have to spend time on it. Otherwise, you don't really come across it, innit? And then you get to this point, you're like, why has no one taught me this? It's like, well, you had to spend enough time getting to this point to meet these people. So it's cool.
Yeah, see, like I literally came on, bro. I wasn't even going to come on here. I swear I wasn't. I was just like, should I come on here? Because I was thinking, like, I was about to go to sleep. I've been up the whole night. Mind you, I'm in United States. I don't know where you guys at. If you guys are in the United States, I'm in the United States. So I'm in Florida. So I'm like, I'm about to go to sleep. But I'm like, you know what? I've never been on here. I'm gonna see what everyone talking about, because I want to learn some new stuff. And I know he be winning a lot. So I'm
sharing value, man.
Right.
Sharing the value, bro. It's been amazing.
I was like, let me go ahead and, try to figure out what's going on. And he was like, I wasn't going to get on. Then he said, anybody have analysis on GU? And I told my analysis on GU, and I had the indicator up there then, but then we had spoke about something else. And then I went to talking about how I look at the chart with the indicator. And that's when, I just said, I'm going to go in and just help people, because I seen people wanted to hear the value. And then I was just like, okay, well, let me go ahead and, show y'all what's really up on these charts and what they're not really showing people on these charts. What I mean,
it's amazing. They're like, people, that ask me, the serious people that ask me, after I spent a bit of time with this, I'll tell them, I'll pass it on as well. It's cool, man. Right. We appreciate it for sure. Like, it's all about helping, man. Like, it's serious stuff, isn't it? Like, if people can start to get to grips with this, then they can have a good life, man. That's important.
Right. If you can get to understand what I just showed, what my mentor showed me, this will change your life by far. Now, I'm not telling you you're going to win every trade, because you know this stuff, but you're going to be a lot more accurate. Like, if you know the bias of the trend, and if you can hold a drawdown, you will win majority of your trades. It's just by fact. If you seen this right here, right? Let's go to another pair. Let's go to GN. It's kind of like a funny pair. These are all kind of like funny pairs. Let's go to I like gold. I like gold, but I know people like, let's go ADJPY, right? As soon as you got this box here, right? Boom, it bought up. If you got in, say you didn't know and you got in right here, and it pulled back down and it bought up. Boom, you still won this trade. Look at today. What did price do? Come right on up here again. See, what you need to realize too. See, what I found out, a lot of times, you want to wait on the for it to come out the London session, right, and take that trade, right? I mean, out the Asian session. But you will realize a lot of times when you know the trend, it can start here. If the TDI is oversold here, it can start here and go up.
I find that all the time, man. You miss the trade. It's like you get up at 7 in the morning, and it's like it's gone at 5. It's like, what?
Right. So and then on top of that, if you can like lower your lot size, you don't care if it pulls back. You know the trend. That's all that matters. If you know the trend, it doesn't matter what happens. Like if it pulls back on you. Look at this. This has been selling since forever. Look at how many trades you caught because of the 4-hour structure. Like I can't make this up, bro. It's mind-boggling for me to see it myself all the time too. Like you literally see this, and like you just literally taking sales every day. Like
and is it like sorry on that? So like on that massive sort of run of sales, you just be selling it until it turns around, like
I'm selling it until it turns around and it hit my stop loss, or I get or this area here, I sold here and it pulled back and it got me out. Okay, I'm out. I lost that trade, losing that trade, or I see a structure on the 4-hour or the daily and it's oversold on the daily or the 4-hour or something like that, and it's telling me that it's not going no further, then I get out. But sometimes you're going to lose that because you see it. If this box not here, it's creating a box. Sometimes you may lose that trade because you selling until it tells you not to sell no more. Simple.
Yeah, nice.
So if I sold this and I missed this day, okay, I lost that day, but I won like 7 days in a row.
Yeah, 7 days in a row, and you lose a day. It's like it's not a bad ratio.
Then the next day, it came all the way up here. Don't buy here because some people will. I'm telling you, don't do it to yourself. Do not buy here, unless you're gonna hold this drawdown. Wait, and they come down to the bottom at the TDI. If the TDI is oversold, like I'm gonna add a TDI, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by this. when I say the TDI.
Could you also bang on the hull thing?
Yeah, but I'm
whole,
telling you, the whole moving average good. I changed my TDI to 9, but I'm saying the whole moving average good. But I'm just trying to tell people if they using the whole and the TDI, like I'm trying to give them different options. I'm just saying one
Yeah, for
option.
sure.
You know?
Fair play.
So look, TDI oversold here. I'm in this trade. Yeah, I hold a drawdown. I know it's going up. You see that? If you want to be
and
safe,
divergence as well. Is it divergent?
yeah.
It's massively divergent. Yeah,
If
nice.
you want to wait and wait for the arrow, you got it's oversold here. It's below the 32 level. Hey, get in. Boom. Next day, look at this. Way down here. Look at that. Look at these sales here. Look at this. Price came up, and what is it? Divergence. Look at the divergence. Right there. In the trade. Sale. Another one. Oversold again. You get in here or you wait here. Divergence. Sale.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like it's every day. Like when you know the trend of the market, you're not gonna. And if you catch it at the top, that's why I like TDI too, and not the whole move average. Because you catch it at the top, you got less drawdown. If the TDI oversold and you're with the trend, it's not gonna go any further most of the time. It's not gonna keep pushing all the way up here, and you got to worry about you down 30 pips drawdown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was seeing. So I like the fact that it works like that, and I'm gonna keep taking it like that. Because that's where it's at. That's how you make, the most money with your trades. Follow the trend and stick with the trend at all times.
Yeah. Simple
Long
advice.
Long as you with the trend, it's gonna change everything for you. Like right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm looking at SPX, right? I'm looking at SPX. I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking for SPX today. Simple. I'm gonna keep it very simple. SPX like a bottom me, right? SPX break this right here. SPX break this right here and retest this area.
Mhm.
And retest this area here, I'm probably gonna look for a buy there.
Yeah, nice.
It's been buying. It's gonna have to prove me wrong because it's been buying the
You're
whole
waiting
time.
for confirmation as well, which is key.
Yeah, the TDI already oversold here. If you want to buy here, people buy here. TDI oversold at the 50 EMA, and we're in the uptrend. That's up to you if you want to take that trade, but it's already oversold. Well, not oversold. It's outside the Bollinger Band because it can still go down to the 32. It can still go down further down there. But yeah, just like that. Or you can wait for the arrow if an arrow pop up because the arrow didn't pop up here, but the arrow popped here and gave you that one. So it's up to you. But that's one you can check right there and see what's going to happen right there. But
Nice,
I think it's overall bullish still. I don't think it's selling
free
yet.
money, bro.
Yeah, free money. I think it's still bullish. I mean, to me, I think it's still bullish. I could be wrong, but I still think it's bullish. I think DJ bullish. I think Mall bullish until they tell me different. Until the trend switch, or until it hit a structure area, I'm thinking it's bullish.
Yeah, for sure.
They tell me wrong. That's how you trade it. Like, don't make it difficult. If you see an uptrend, don't think about, oh, is it going to switch here or is it going to change? If the trend is still there, take the trade. The trend haven't switched. It's just that simple. If the trend ain't switched, like you would have thought the trend switched on Nas here. Like it dropped all the way down here. Like some people even here. You see that? People would have thought the trend switched.
Mm.
TDI, right? Look at that TDI.
You still you got that TDI, yeah.
Look at that. I'm in that trade so fast. Like, and I'm just gonna put my stop loss below that area. So I already know I got to put it like probably about a couple pips below this area when it start pulling back up. Boom, you got an arrow. If you waited for the arrow, you could have got in there. It's just that I don't like to wait for the arrow sometimes because if it pulled back down here, I'm at significant drawdown already.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't use indicators to really get my entries a lot of times. All the time, I usually get my entries at the TDI. TDI helped me out a lot. The whole moving average helped me out a lot too, but it can put me in drawdown. But the TDI usually don't put me that much drawdown because if it's oversold, it's overextended, it's gonna come back. If you go in the right direction, it's gonna come back the way you want it to go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So that's how I
I
trade
just-
it, bro. I know I've been talking for a while, bro, but I was trying to give y'all some valuable information. I've been talking about 2 hours, but it's just that simple, bro. Like, don't
It's
make it.
crazy, man.
Yeah, don't
I'm
make this.
excited. I'm getting into. I barely use MT4, but I'm just on it now.
Right. You now know you don't have to use MT4. You can go to, if you know how to do it on your regular, you can go to Trading View and go to the 4 hour and the daily and just draw your
Well, it's
zone.
just though that indicator. I'm not sure. I don't
Right.
think it's on Trading View. I've had a look.
Right. No,
So,
it's not. It's not.
yeah,
Which
yeah, but,
I
yeah.
will have to get it. I'm thinking about getting it made. You know, somebody can code it for me and put it on
Yeah,
Trading
that'd
View.
be cool.
Yeah, so that'll make it a lot easier because I like Trading View numbers anyways better than MT4.
Yes, Trading View is real nice.
Right. So, but using this in conjunction with anything, just using this with anything you got, an indicator you really like but you can't use because you think it's losing, just put indicator used to use and put it with that and see how much accurate you become after that. You be like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
what the hell? Like, I know, I just want you to know, like, we see this in hindsight, so some things may be different. The broker see you get in a trade, they can pull it back against you a little bit. Don't be afraid. That's what they like to do. They like to get you out of trade, especially if you go in the right direction. Don't
Yeah,
hold us
especially if you go in the right direction.
right. They love to do that when you go in the right direction. Like I told you, if it's going the right direction, I'm in the trade. I don't care what the I don't care what this saying. If it ain't hitting on structure and it ain't doing nothing against what I'm talking about, like, I'm in the trade. The only thing is, like I said, you kind of like got to be a little patient. This is not like a automatic or just buy. You got to be patient and wait for the setup.
Yeah, but I mean, we've been kind of winning and losing for so long now. What's a few more weeks of patience, eh?
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's the few more weeks of patience if you've been winning every day after? Like, what's the patience if you lowered your lot size and you wasn't making that much money, but you're winning every day?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's about. It's all
Like,
about the pips, not the money. The
right.
money comes.
You're gonna see the difference. Like, you're gonna be like, what the? Like, when I first seen this, bro, like, it was mind boggling to me. It was like, I thought trading was so difficult. They made it so difficult. Somebody taught me there's only focus on the roof and the floor. Find the roof and the floor. Find the strongest roof and the strongest floor and take trades from there.
Yeah,
Just
that's
that simple.
nice.
That's how you teach a kid. If you tell a kid, hey, there's a roof, where's the roof? Where's the floor? Okay, you found that if there's a roof, if something hits it, what happens? It comes down. If a ball bounce off the floor, what happens? It bounce up. Keep it that simple. Price
Yeah,
hit the
teach you that.
keep it as a ball. If price bounce off the ground, it's going up, and it's gonna keep going up until it hit a roof. That simple. And that's how my mentor taught me, and he kept it that simple.
It's so simple.
Like, if you make it difficult, that's when you start losing trades. You start losing trades when you make it difficult. I have I used to use that, but I have, like, what's the one that he had me using? Where is it? I got, where is it? No box, no trade. 10K. This was no box 10K. This is when I used to use it like this. I used to use like this. See how all these boxes here? This is when I used to use the lower time frame. When I first started using this, and I was using this indicator right here, the supply and demand, but I could not change
Yeah.
the time frame on it. I couldn't change the time frame. So it was just showing all these time frames. So I had to go to the 4 hour to find the time frames and see what was going on. You see?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Bit
I
more
had to look
manual.
at this and get my analysis and then go to the lower time frame and then find, I know I'm selling here. So I'm only looking for sales during that time. See that? That's how it worked. So you can see the volume kick in right there. Look at that sale when the MACD volume kick in, everything kick in. This was the stochastic going down. Look at that drop. Like that. This is how trading would. This is how easy it was when you're trading. Simple. But
That's
like I
nice,
said,
man.
I don't trade like that no more. I keep it simple. Now I got my own little just clean chart. I just use a clean chart. I usually use a clean chart and with that indicator and just keep it simple.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't need all that stuff no more because if you got this area and I know it's a 4 hour box, I already know this is structure here on the higher time frame. So when price came here, I'm only selling. I'm not buying nothing. Why am I buying? You know, if I want to break it down, I can break it into increments. I can just move this up here. If it's too big of a box for certain people, you can just move it up.
So follows.
Huh?
Oh no, it was my computer talking, not me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that simple right there.
So simple.
Hey, right there. I got a box there. Well, price just left here. This is a box. So I'm only looking for buys. Hey, price can come here. This is another area here. Price can come here. If I look to the left, there's another area here. You can see the area right there. Boom. That's what price can probably turn around at. Simple. If I go to the lower time frame, those is a lot of entries there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that sale from there. You selling, you selling, you selling. It came to the box. Buying, buying, buying till it come to the box.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the same thing. I just know how to do it. You know, I learned how to do it
Without the indicator.
watching
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I can do it on TradingView if I had to teach it to somebody who, if I didn't have the indicator and I had to do it on TradingView, I can teach them how to do that. But it's just so much easier when I can show them what that indicator can do for them. And then they can see it on their own. They be like, okay, now I know how to trade it myself. Because once you see it yourself, when you start seeing this indicator do it for you, then you start paying attention to it. You can be like, oh, now I know how to draw my boxes. You see, so look, I got the same boxes I got. 1, 2, 3. And the box said 4.
Easy.
Sometimes, like easy peasy. That was one of the easiest things. Look at that. Look at that buy, bro. Look at this. Like, oh, when I look at this, bro, I'll be like, what the, bro? I'll be looking. I still be shocked and amazed when I see it because it's like it's just so simple. 1 + 1. It's just like that. Yeah. So
how do I add indicators on MT4? This is what I'm trying to figure out.
Just so what you do is you go to you try to add them. So you go to file, you go to open data folder.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you go to MQL4 and then you go to indicators.
MQL4. Yeah, sweet. All right, dude. Thank you.
Right. So it's just that simple. Then you good. Like, but we can see, bro, like this is not fair, bro. I told you, like, y'all gonna start seeing it, y'all be like, this is not fair. And a lot of retail traders don't know this stuff.
Sad, really, isn't it?
Right. It's very, very sad. Like the 4 hour, this is what the banks, you're trading with the banks, by the way, as you can see.
Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah.
The banks are on the 4 hour and the daily. You think they're worrying about the peak formation and all that? No. They're focused on the 4 hour and the daily, the weekly, and the monthly charts.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, because something that I learned I thought was really cool is like they can only manipulate the currency of a country so far. Just like once you spot the range that they're working in, you know what they're doing. I thought that's a really cool way of looking at it.
Right.
Because they can't just completely devalue a fucking currency, you know, for weeks and weeks and weeks. They have to like move between points. So if you know how to see them, then you can trade it.
Right. And that's what I was saying. If you know this here, you know this right here. You already know what's going on. If you know what's going on the chart, why not trade it with the trend? I got so much stuff that you can trade with the trend. There's so much stuff you can trade with the trend. You don't have to use that. You can use this. Look at that. Trade with the trend. Trade with the trend.
Yeah, that's nice.
So much stuff you can use to trade with the trend. When it's pink, that means red. It's basically red. You can go red. Trade with the trend. Like how hard can you make this? You know, don't make it difficult. It's not difficult. You know the trend. See, become trend traders and not trade against the trend, because a lot of people like to trade against it. Stop trading against it. Trade with it. Trade with the banks. You can't beat them. It's just join them and make the money. Like trust me, what you making is a very little to what they're making.
Yeah,
you know? Like
tens of millions, hundreds of millions.
Look at that Bitcoin trade. Look at that. Like that's insane. Like I like I said, I can't really explain it to everybody. Everybody not gonna get it. Maybe some people still may not get this, bro. And it's like I try to make it as simple as possible. You know, some people still don't get it.
Well, I think like what I've done in the past, and I've been listening to people, is like I've looked for like every single possible like option or example that they could give me to help me understand it. But what I then realize is like if you just keep it simple and don't expect it to work every single time on every single pair at all times, then you can kind of like let go of being like, oh, I need to win every trade. And you can simplify and just be like, look, it works, and it works here, here, and here, and it didn't work there, but that's fine. It's not going to work every time. Once you let go of that kind of like, it needs to work or I don't understand it, if you just be like, no, you know, this is the system, apply it and see how it goes, you kind of get more relaxed with it. It's much better.
Right, you're going.
That's what I did. You're like, you need every single answer, and then if the strategy doesn't offer you every single answer, then you're like, oh, it doesn't work. It's rubbish. And it's like, no, that's not how this fucking works.
Right. It like that's how it starts. Because like whenever you start something new and you do something new, you're gonna fuck it up. That's just
for real.
You're going to fuck it up because you don't know what you're doing. You're learning. You just learn. It's like learning a new language, like you said, or taking a step for the first time. This is a whole new way of trade. You never thought about trading this way. People never thought about. I know I didn't. I didn't think about just having 2 zones on the chart, and if I only got 1 zone here, everything else doesn't matter. The only thing matter is I got a 4-hour structure, and it's gonna come down to here.
Yeah.
That's all I see.
Everything else is just noise. It's like, get in how you want.
Right. It's like it's still dropping. Like I gave people something that could change their life. They change their family, you know, and
yeah, that's the thing, man. It's serious.
And you will never have to worry about working a job again. So
yeah.
Like this bought today. Look at that. It bought today. It bought today. Where did it come from though yesterday? A box. Like I don't know. Like I said, it's I don't want to make it difficult for nobody, bro. I try to make it as simple as possible. I'm thinking about going into teaching after a while, um, because I feel like this can help a lot of people.
Yeah, good for sure, man.
Bro, if you go into teaching, I'll be your first student.
There you go. Sign me up, mate.
Yeah, sign us both up. Let's go.
Yeah, man. This is simple, bro. I would, like I said, this is what you will be learning. We'll be going over this type of stuff here. It's simple. I try to keep it simple.
I'm just mind blown right now. I can't believe it.
Right. This is like
I've been quiet, but I've been listening the whole time. Like, this is mad.
Right. Because I keep going over it because I want people who haven't clicked, because sometimes stuff don't click. Like some people that know what 1 + 1 = 2, that was still difficult for them. Like they still didn't understand that. So like the more you go over it over and over, people starting to understand like, hey, okay, that's what it means. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Like
it's like the entries, I think, as well. It's like you can enter however you want. Like your entry strategy is kind of like, you know, however you enter is fine. It's like once you understand the structure.
Right. If you don't know how to enter, well, here you go. Enter when you get red. Enter when you get
TDI.
red. When you get blue.
TDI is the best entry, isn't it?
And put the TDI on there. It's oversold. When you get blue, take the trade.
Like a shark fin on the TDI.
Yeah, it's that simple. Like it's not rocket science anymore. I still want you to look at the higher time frame. I want to tell people, just because you're on a 15-minute chart and you see it selling, still go look at the higher time frame. Still go look at the daily. You remember I told y'all told me, y'all asked me, what about this area here? I say go look at the higher time frame. I still want to look at the 4-hour and the daily. Just because I see it buying and there's still a box there, I still go look at the higher time frame because I want to know if the TDI oversold on the 4-hour and the daily. Because if it's oversold on the daily, it may come back down before it hit the box.
I guess you don't have to check, like you probably don't check the daily every day as well. Because like if you know that you've just come from a resistance zone on the daily and the next one is, you know, about 600 pips away, you don't need to check that for a couple of days kind of thing.
Right, you know, look at that. Look at that big drop. It didn't come to the box. But I'm pretty sure on the higher time frame, it was oversold. Like that's what happens. Like you got to be careful. Like just because it didn't come directly to the box, and you took this trade and you end up losing it because you didn't hold. You thought it was gonna come all the way up here, right? That happens.
Yeah.
That happens. I'm glad we're seeing this live. So when you get in the market, you don't think that this bitch don't work. It works. It's just that sometimes that happens. You got to go to the higher time frame. Let's go add the TDI and let's see what happened there. Because I like to see, you know, why did it turn around? What happened? This is not a news pattern. News and hit it, I don't think. It's oversold right here. So why did it come down? Look at the 4-hour.
Sorry.
Look at the 4-hour there.
So are you looking to take like 50 pips per day, or are you looking to hold it more?
It depends
How do you play this?
so if I'm it depends on if I'm trying to swing trade it or um just take a couple pips. If I'm taking 30 bare minimum. If I get 30 pips and it goes up to 50, I'm not taking less than 30.
Mhm.
It's not if it goes 30, I'm probably gonna keep 10. I never go
What
back and draw down.
would you do,
I'm not going back and draw down.
like a trailing stop loss and just keep adding and keep
Yeah,
moving it up with it?
yeah. I'm not going in no draw. If I'm up 30 pips, I'm not going back in the negative. That's law. That's just law for me.
Yeah, I've been practicing swing trading and I've been getting like 100 pips and then it's gone back to break even and it's an absolute fucking ball ache, to be honest.
Well, now you know why.
Yeah.
You know why you're doing it now because it done came to a boss. It'll be like this. See this area here. You on a 4 hour. It broke all the way down here for 100 pips, and then you took a sell here. So you took a buy here because you seen this was at one point a support area, right? And it broke through it. You lost 17 pips there, but you already caught 97. Like, that doesn't matter that you lost that trade, right? Because you just caught 97, but you lost 27. When it came back and retest, I guarantee you retest on a lower time frame, you took it down. Look what you caught, 247 pips. Like, don't. That's what I'm trying to teach people. Just because it breaks your structure, wait for it to retest that structure. It's going down.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like here, the on like current time, it's clearly sells. Is that what you'd say?
Yeah,
It's
like
just
right
clearly
here.
sells right now.
I'm not like I don't
Yeah,
know
and it
why.
goes back
Like
to the blue
sometimes
box.
think about it. It was a zone here, right? Remember, I want y'all to learn this too. Just because when price get close to the zone, always put your take profit close to the zone because sometimes it's supply and demand box here, or it's an order block here, and that's why it stops there and turns around
Right.
on a higher time frame. I just don't have the candles on here, but if I had the candles on here, I just want people to see this trend bars, but you could see like how it works. Like I want people to start making money. So I'm telling you, like you can use the trend bars. If you don't know how to trade and you don't know when to get in, trade with the trend bars. When the TDI oversold at that time, trade with the trend bars. Look at that. Market broke structure here. And what did it do? It retested here. It retested. You put your stop loss, you got a 38 pip stop loss. You immediately went up that day 122 pips. And I think in about a day. No, it's about 2 days. You went up 122 pips. Like you lost a trade for say you lost a trade there and you got in like right here. So you lost about 15 pip stop loss because this candle closed like right here. The reason why you can't see it because I got this the same color as the candle. So let's change the color of the candles real quick.
I feel like personally I would have waited for that shark fin on the TDI and ended a bit later.
Right here.
Can you see that? So no, move up a little bit and then right. Up.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, there. I probably would have went there.
Yeah, you could have waited there. My thing is like from my mentor, I don't know if I get in here, this could come all the way back down here and retest this box. Even though the TDI oversold, we done seen the TDI. The TDI not actually oversold, it's at the 50 level. It's just at the Bollinger Bands. It could break out the Bollinger Bands and come all the way down here
No, that's true.
and retest it. And then you in a shitload of drawdown, 70 pips for drawdown. And if it breaks back, you lost 100 pips.
I just think it looks a bit funky on the retest of that box there on the TDI.
Yeah, because the TDI oversold right here, right? So you think, mind you, whenever the TDI is oversold on the trend, you're with the trend. So that's another thing I ain't teach y'all. So this is pretty advanced, and I want y'all to know
Like
this.
overbought when it's overbought, but it'll keep getting overbought in an uptrend.
Right. Because when you're with the trend, that's an advanced move that a lot of people don't know. The TDI keep going up. The RSI, that's why the RSI don't work for people because they're going against the trend. But look at the sales though. So if you took this right here, this is with the trend. That's why it went up, right? Boom. Look at this. Now when the TDI come down to this level here, let's move this back. When TDI come down to this level here at the Bollinger Bands, it's breaking back up. Like it's like because you're with the trend. So technically, that trade you took might not have been a bad trade because you're with the trend. So being able to hit the Bollinger Bands, it could bounce back up. That's true. So you actually was right there because this here is at the 50 level, but you're with the trend. So it's not going to automatically go all the way down here to this area down here. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's when you're with the trend, the TDI hit this level and bounce right up. But when you're not with the trend, the TDI, when you with the trend, the TDI will do this and it'll just stay here. Even though price is going up, the TDI just go like this, go to moving choppy like this. You see that?
I read somewhere that what I thought was quite a cool interpretation of like the RSI and the TDI. They're kind of similar indicators. Is that it's like another way to read the RSI was that when it's above the 50, it's trending up, and when it's below the 50, it's trending down. So if you look like in that uptrend, it's always pretty much always above the 50, and then that massive down move, it breaks below the 50. So I thought that was quite a cool way of looking at it as well.
Right. Look at that M. You got an M on the 4-hour chart right there. So I want to see what this. I'm interested to see what it's going to do here. If this is going to come down.
When you were saying the 50, do you mean the market baseline on the TDI?
Yeah. I mean, on my side it's a 50 line, but it's basically the middle point between like the whatever is 20 and 80, and then you got like the middle, which is 50.
Oh yeah. So okay. So this is another strategy that I didn't tell y'all about. This is something else because I'm glad you just said that. So let's add that. This is another strategy that I used to use, and y'all gonna be like, "What? It's gonna look funny," but it worked. It was like 85%. And I'm gonna show you right now. I'm using TD.
Oh, that's a nice number.
Right. Let me use this. It was just confusing. That's why I didn't use it because everybody didn't understand it. So it made it difficult for people like the average person to understand it.
On the RSI, yeah, standard RSI. Yeah. What are your numbers?
80, 20, 50.
Oh yeah, cool.
And then I will use
screenshot.
Okay. I will use
it's got to be done, mate. It's got to be done. This is golden.
Yeah, for sure. This has caught me off guard. Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so change this to 5. All of them to 5. So I gotta change the RSI to 5 too. Hold on,
the length 5.
Yeah, everything's 5.
Okay.
Change this to black. Boom.
I think the host of this Zoom's recording this whole thing, so I'm going to ask him for this video. I'm going to rewatch it. It's 4 hours long. I'm just going to keep watching it because it's unreal.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Because there's one thing I've sort of forgotten is how to add the arrows.
So which one?
I'll ask him for the video afterwards, and I'll just keep rewatching it.
All right, and then there's one more. It's all the way up here. You don't actually need none of these indicators. You can use the regular indicators they give you. It's already here. So you see how this looks funny, right?
Yeah, that's mad.
To watch this. So let's go here at the top of here when you got the structure here. When all 3 of them go below the 50 level, take the sell.
Nice.
When they all go above here, take the buy. You see?
Nice.
Okay.
When it comes down, now I'm gonna add the other thing, and I'm gonna show you this other thing that I didn't show y'all. That's gonna be, this is the other piece that you use with it. So I didn't give y'all everything. So this is one here. That's a MACD, 5, 10, and 1, and then 12, 18, 1. Now watch this. Oh, I gotta change this off. I'm giving y'all some sauce right now. So look.
Literally.
I know, I'm thick, man.
Look at this. When these cross here, all you do is wait for this to go above the line. When the green line go above this line and these above the line, you get in this trade. When do you get out? When these cross back over.
So say that again, sorry?
So when price goes above this line here, you're in this trade here. Right here, this candle, right? You're in this trade. The volume's in, you're in this trade. They all 3 are above this line. You holding this trade from here. When do you get out? When this crosses over. When these 2 crosses over, you get out. Now you're in the selling market. Say it's going to start selling. See that?
Yeah.
Price drops back down here. These are looking funky. I don't like that, so I'm not in that trade. If they don't look like a clear sale like this, they have to be coming down like this. This coming down, I need all three and below the line. When they come below that line, this counter, I'm in the trade. I'm in this trade, I'm in this trade, I'm in this trade. These cross over here, I'm out.
The RSI sort of looks like an inverse TDI.
Look at that. Again, same thing there. You in this trade again. When do you get out? When it cross back over again. Just that simple. This is what my mentor taught me this too. That this strategy here was like at one point, if you take it from the 4 hour, just imagine doing this on the 4 hour though. So I just showed you this move on the 4 hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the cross here. Let's line this up. Now look how much money you gonna make like this.
Ivy, can you mute your microphone? Thank you.
Who you talking about?
What's that?
You talking to me?
No, Ivy. She was.
There was loads of noise.
Yeah, she's making a racket.
You said she was making a lot of noise. That girl?
Yeah.
Could you hear it or no?
Yeah, I heard her. I didn't know she was loud like that. God. So,
Yeah.
so
Couldn't really hear you.
let's go to, let's try to see if I can find it on the 30. So here, right here, they crossed here. You in this trade from here on out. You don't get out because this crossed here. Remember, I told you this is telling you that the lower time frame is unsynced with the higher time frame. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You can still hold
Sure.
because the 4 hour ain't crossed on the higher time frame. Yeah, I don't think it crossed until, when did it finish crossing? Let's see. Hold on, when did the 4 hour finish crossing? I don't even remember where it was. I think it was right here. Yeah, so the 4 hour unsynced here. I gotta draw two lines. The other line was here. So if you took that from there to there, look how much money you made on that.
Yeah.
That's 159 pips. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what indicator you use. I just put all three of these indicators on here, but I just went from the higher time frame.
I think for me, the TDI works the best, in my opinion, from what you've shown me so far. I think it's just because I'm used to using it.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's what you used to. Yeah.
I'm giving you options on everything, not just one, because I know some people are different traders, so you got to work with what works best for everyone. Some people it might be different. So yeah, I think this is what could change people trading completely. Like
100%.
just keep it simple, but at the same time, align things together. This the other indicator I was using. It was so good, I knew it was broken. I knew it didn't work that good. Something it can work, but I don't know how to use it that good. So I'm gonna show you right here. Let's do this right here. Let's go to this. Let's change this.
I mean, like the strategy I've back tested and started trading is like pretty profitable in a month, but I think this is going to completely change it.
Right.
Like to always be in the right direction.
Look at this thing right here. I don't know. This thing right here is really good with higher time frames. So if you go to the 4 hour, let me see something real quick. Is this it? Can I change this? I think I can change it. Can I change to the higher time frame? I don't think I can. I thought I could. I thought I did it before. I guess oh no, I didn't. I didn't do it. I don't think you can do 2-4. Oh, let me see if I can do it. Yeah, you can. So you can change to the higher time frame, and you can see it told you to buy the whole time until here. Now I don't like to use it like this. I would just rather use it the regular way, not this indicator, right? Just keep it regular. Don't change it. But as you can see, you get entries and when they tell you to get in a trade. If you go to the 4 hour, if you see it saying, like say if it's saying sell here, until you start selling here, right? So if you look on a lower time frame, you don't just get in because it's telling you to sell on the 4 hour right there, right? All you do is go find your entry on the 15 or the 30 or the hour. So I'll go find my entry on the 30 minute. See, I don't have an entry. I'm not getting in there. I'm gonna wait. Price comes up into the structure. There we go. Now we waiting on it to line up. That's the lineup right there. I'm in that trade right there. You see that? Line up, you're in that trade. It did pull
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
but then it came back red, and like it was like you can make money on it. I just told you I didn't like the inconsistency in it. It was still pretty good for me at one point, but that was something I used to use. But I'm not gonna keep showing y'all the different indicators. I'm just going to keep it simple for y'all, man. Like that's what I use for now.
Do you think you can still use like candlestick patterns, like evening star, morning star?
Yeah, you can still use that at structure areas. Yeah, if it's that's what I told you. If you get it here, evening star, or you get dojis or hangman, all that here, or you get an engulfing candle right after that. That's a very good trade to take right here.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's my strategy, man. That's what get me to the bag.
It's mad. It's mad.
We need to stay in contact with you, bro. 100%.
Yeah, no problem, man. Like y'all can contact me on Telegram, right? I'm on Telegram.
Yeah, what's your name on there?
It's let me see, because I'm on my girl account right now, so y'all will see her name. But let me show you y'all my account.
Oh, I've got feedback. Has anyone got feedback?
Yeah, I hear it. My
go on,
name
yeah,
on my account is just Jarrell Young. Just put JEREL space YOUNG.
And that's on Telegram, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it how do I spell it, mate? Sorry, one more time.
JEREL.
JEREL.
Yeah, YOUNG.
Yeah.
I'm not finding it.
Yeah, it's not coming up for me either, to be fair.
It's not?
I think it's because we're from a different, like from the UK or something.
Look, I did 0.3 on USD JPY right now, right? Look at my trade. You see this?
Yeah. Oh man, I mean that's an absolute banger of his own, isn't it? You did 0.3 on that, and off it goes. Yeah.
And it
That's
comes
nice.
down here. I think I make about $9 or something, $13 or something like that. Simple. Like I keep it very simple. I don't make it difficult. I could target way down here if I wanted to. That could be for like probably tomorrow or something like that, and target there and catch about $25 or something like that. I keep it very simple. Like I don't make it difficult. If I wanted to, I could have about 5 entries here. Like I don't make it difficult, and I got an arrow. Look at the arrow. It's a very high profitability trade.
And did you enter because of the M formation?
Nope, I just entered because it was at a box. That's all. I just
Okay.
at a box. I'm there.
So funny.
I'll just let you know if you see a box, just know Jarrell is there.
I'll be thinking that every morning now. Yo, Jarrell is there, man.
Love it.
Right. So yeah, I like the trade, so I'm gonna hold it and see what happens. If it breaks out this TDI and decides to start pulling back, I will take my profit, take my little money. That's what I start to learn too. So because I can over leverage my account and put standards and stuff like that, right? But then I realize I get greedy very fast because
That's what I was about to ask about your like your lot sizes. Like, are you working up? But maybe you're about to explain it.
Right. I'm still like I'm a successful trader and stuff like that, but I still, like I said, I don't use high lot size. I found out I can make a lot of money without using high lot size.
Nice.
It was
stressing it as well.
Right. It was that point where I realized I can make like I put 7-8 entries because I got another account too. I put like 7 or 8 entries on an account on a 0.3, and that candle is big. Oh my God, that candle dropping 7 or 8 entries, and I'm making crazy amounts of money. Like you making like $200-300 on a trade like that. And like that's
Yeah.
considered that's pretty big right now. That's like $6,000 a month.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
Like that consistently. So I was doing that. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy how you can do numbers like that on lower lot size and you don't even realize it because those low lot sizes like add up when you got more than one entry.
Not bad when you sat in your pajamas, is it?
Right. So like I said, I just started doing that and I just seen a big significant change in my trading. And I'm gonna hold UJ, even if it pull back because it's at a structure. I want to see what's gonna happen. If it don't break it, I'm gonna keep going. So I'm gonna see what happens. But yeah, I'm about to get off here, man, because I'm about to go talk to my girl. She trading DJ right now, so I gotta see what's going on with the chart. Can y'all hear me?
Sorry, say again.
I say yeah, I'm about to get off here.
Man, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I try to see if y'all can add me. If y'all can't add me, then I don't know why. Can you see my name here?
Yeah, I can see your name. It's just not coming up
Yeah.
on Telegram for some reason.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
Maybe-
G-Well Young.
Maybe if you search us and try and add us instead.
All right, I'll do that. All right. Give me your what's the what you call it right now?
What was
You
that,
go
mate?
first, bro.
Yeah, your contact.
Bear with me. Yeah, so it's just Will Herbert. So WILLHERBERT.
WILL space
Yeah.
or just all together.
Yeah, space. Yeah.
HEBERT.
HERBERT.
All right. Is it which one is it? God Bless America or is it Willin?
It should be a picture of me.
Hold up. I got the wrong. I don't went in contact. I forgot how to use it. I ain't trying to add somebody. I went to contact. Hold up. Let me try it again.
I'm wearing like a camo. I'm wearing a camo shirt and I'm like holding an AK.
What is it called again?
So it's Will Herbert.
Yeah. Herbert. Okay.
Yeah.
I see Herbert William FX trade. That's all I see. I don't see no.
Nah, that's not me, bro.
Let me.
Maybe if you add my like telephone number, would that work?
Yeah, try telephone numbers, probably easier.
All right. What's your phone number?
So +44.
All right.
7825.
Okay.
789.
Okay.
542. I'm at a shooting range, so that's the picture.
And you're not popping up for some reason. How about we just exchange emails? I'll give you my email and you just contact me via email.
We'll do that.
Sweet, let's do that.
My email is work. That's WORK with WITH Jarrell JEREL Young YOUNG @gmail.com.
Work with the Jarrell Youngs, though.
No, not work with the Jarrell Young. Work with Jarrell Young. So WORK WITH
Yeah.
JEREL.
Yeah, got you. Sweet.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
At.
Yep, that's me.
We're gonna be in Dubai eating golden steaks with Salt Bay in no time.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. This is
Sorry, what was Jarrell Young's at? What was it? Gmail.com or
Gmail? Yeah, at Gmail.
Yeah, Gmail. Sweet as that. All right, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, Jarrell, man. Been very generous.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Legend.
Yeah, really do.
Talking to y'all, man.
You too,
Thanks,
brother.
guys. I'll also contact some of you for. I've got best signal, but I'm not sure if I installed it correctly. So maybe will happen. Maybe I'll try you so that I can see if you can help me out a bit.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, and also, y'all just link up with me because we can possibly, train together and stuff like that and look at the charts together and stuff like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, this will be
That will be
useful. We all
amazing.
get good at
Thanks,
this. We can be spotting trades, man. It's gonna be cool.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Right. Peace
Thanks
and
a
love,
lot.
everyone.
Bye, guys.
Right, no
Nice to meet you. Nice to talk to you, Will.
Hi.
All right, bro.
I'm
Hello.
signing out.
Ivy,
Right.
Yeah.
add me on Instagram.
On Insta. Okay, what's
Yeah.
your handle?
Bear with me. I need to double check. I haven't looked at this in a while. So it's
Okay.
Will Herbert .91.
Well, Herbert
Yeah.
dot
Not.
91.
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll do that.
All right. Cool.
I'm
Right,
gonna
speak to you all soon.
Sure.
add you too, bro.
Yeah, goodbye.